Yeah.
Yo, what up? It's Cat6 Chismes, Gabe Electronica.
Yo, what up, dickheads? It's your boy Buckets.
And Dino Mike running the mics today.
You already know what the fuck it is. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great, man. What a nice cold day it was today coming in.
It was windy. I wouldn't say, by the time I got in, it wasn't that cold anymore.
It's fucking all brick, yo.
It's not even
all
brick. I don't know. I don't even ride like that. And it wasn't really that cold. And I don't know. I didn't feel that cold. I got hot quick.
It ain't a 2015 winter, but...
Yeah, nah, it's not no 2015, 2016 winter. Yeah. I know Jay's feeling a little salty because of the FIFA the other night. So we're going to talk about that real quick. You know, we've been playing FIFA for years. Since like FIFA, I've been playing FIFA since like FIFA 12. And then, you know, when I met Jay, he was playing FIFA. We was playing FIFA anyway. So we've been going back at it, back and forth. The other day he washed me. Like, I'm not even gonna front. Like, he came back, you know, he just been practicing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck this thing?
Practice?
Yeah, nah, he been practicing. You know, the other day I called him, he couldn't even speak because he was like so focused on the game. Like, he was talking through his partner. His partner was telling me like, yo, yeah, no, Jay said he's gonna call you back. I'm like, but he's on, like, the phone is on right now.
I see him.
Like,
I can hear him breathing.
Yeah, like I hear him pressing the buttons. Like, tell that nigga to speak. He couldn't.
Division 5, what's up? And I'm on my way up. Let's go. Four ways of division.
But that to say this though.
Yeah.
So the other day I got my revenge. We had a game.
Score early.
I scored early. I like to score early. I like to get it hot, quick. You feel me? And I beat him, but it was a close game. So I didn't watch him.
And then I had a chance in like the 90th, but
he had a chance. It got crazy. My defense is retarded.
Yeah, definitely got better.
But I want to bring up his boy Nemo.
Oh, Nemo.
Hugh Fish. He was talking shit. I'm not talking shit unless you could see, like, unless you know my game. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk shit after you know my game. Before you know my game, I'm not talking no shit because I don't know yet. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know.
Nemo from the Bronx, so you already know.
Nemo came through with that BRONX shit, like, hit me with one long, far ass goal from
40
like
yards.
Deep. It was nice. I was like, so he surprised me. I was like, yo,
world class.
I said, if he hit me with that to start, I was like, it's probably gonna be a long game.
Let me sit up on the bed.
I sat up in the chair, bro. It was game time, flame time after that. I was like, nah, bro. I just started dumping goals on him, like, goal. That long shit, he couldn't do it no more. It was over. It was over.
You know what was the worst part about that? It was under my screen name.
It was. So now he got an L because of Nemo. Nemo, you gotta give him back his W, bro.
That's it. But it's been fun, bro. I can't wait to play with you again, Pause, tonight. Yeah, let's keep it going, bro. I mean, for the first 5 years of our friendship, bro, I had no wins in FIFA.
Yeah.
This was bad.
Excuse me.
Lately, starting in FIFA 22, I started getting some wins.
Nah, you nice now. You nice. You nice now.
I don't even know how to like tuki yet. Once I learn the tuki-tukis,
nice.
It's all about the 1-2, bro. I take my point guard skills into the midfield, and then I'm passing, find the open man, and
nigga will use a basketball analogy for everything.
Everything, bro.
Feel me?
My life is a basketball game.
What quarter we in?
Fourth quarter, always.
We in the fourth quarter, always.
Crunch time.
That's crazy.
Especially what I do as work, bro. You know, I'm on the bike all day. I gotta left, right, call a timeout, get no technicals. This shit crazy. Make sure I don't get a flagrant, and God forbid a flagrant too. Get ejected out this game.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, we got too many we already lost. I don't want to get lost.
Nah, you don't want to get ejected out this game.
Nah, so yeah, that was great, bro. So I can't wait. There's football today. The Giants play at 4:30.
Oh, wow. Do they?
Mm-hmm. They play the Vikings, the Jags. You saw the Jags win last night?
Fuck the Jags.
Nope. Yo, Lawrence, bro, he was trash.
He looks like Lord Farquhar from Shrek.
A little bit. A tall one, blonde hair. Yeah, he's a Beach Boy Lord Farquhar.
Nah, but I stopped watching football after the Packers got eliminated last week by the Lions, who already were eliminated out of the fucking playoffs. All we needed to do was win.
Why didn't y'all pay them off?
I don't know what happened, bro, but their goal. You know what the Lions said before they played us that day? They were like, "We know we're not in the playoffs. We just want to make sure y'all don't make it to the playoffs." And they fucking succeeded, bro.
That's a division rivalry.
I love it.
And they succeeded, bro. I was like, "Come on, Aaron Rodgers. He probably not gonna be on the Packers next year. Let's be honest."
Who's your backup?
I think Jordan Love, I think is his name.
But is he ready? I don't think.
I think he's ready. I'm ready for him.
He's ready in Madden, not in real life.
Rogers don't want to play no more. He don't want to play no more. I know we're not talking about cycling like that, but fuck yeah, it's our podcast. We can talk about whatever we want.
We're gonna have mass cycling on the podcast.
Talk about whatever we want. You feel me?
Yeah.
We talk about other shit too. We can talk about the grassy knoll. You feel me?
Word?
That's a dope show. I'll be coming here.
That's
to do the podcast. Nah, but yo, we be having mad events and shit over here. They have like you could pull up and but it's all like high society type of events. You feel me? Like, leave the drink. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could drink too, but
we got some Bronx beers chilling right now.
Bronx beer, shout out to the Bronx. I'm not gonna say, I think the brewery's on here somewhere.
Look it up.
It's on there. But shout out to the Grassy Knoll again, and just pull up.
Comedy shows, music shows,
events. If you want to come watch movies and kick it, if y'all want to play board games, all sorts of shit pops up over here. You know what I mean? There's merch over here if you want to cop that. You know what I mean? If you want to do some of that. I
think they're. What are they doing for deals here now, Jay?
So if you mention Cat6 Chismes, then you get 25% off. And a free pre-roll when you mention our name. So pull up.
A fucking pre-roll.
You already know, right? Yo, that ass. Giving you that free product right away. Free merch.
You already know, mention us.
You can definitely hit them up at TGN_BK. So we can figure out if you're going to throw an event over here, yo. Come check it out, guys. Mad chill. Look at the space.
I know y'all fucking with the vibe. Like, the vibe is popping. Like, definitely come fuck with it. You see it.
Literally burning on podcast now.
Yeah, OD.
Luxury.
This took 5 seasons, right?
Yeah.
It took 5 seasons to get to this point.
5 seasons of sneaking outside and
bowling shoes. I'm sorry, Bolero. I fucked up a whole bunch of y'all shoes. One time, I forgot some shit at Bike Stop, and I had to go to Bike Stop, and I was wearing your shoes. Yeah, and I rode all the way to Bike Stop with your fucking bowling shoes, and I came all the way back. So them shoes was cooked.
But you're not the only one that's been bowling with us and taking the shoes. Remember Soho?
Soho took the shoes home.
Yeah.
Like, he not
rock them for work.
I'm saying, but what? That leads me to ask, what happened to his shoes that he gave them?
Oh, I think Rhea. Rhea was her name?
Oh, the Asian girl that used to work there?
She held it down for him. So the next day, either her or the manager guy that started out as a regular worker.
Oh, he's the Dominican?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Big Papi.
You already know.
Big Papi right there. Yeah.
So they held it down for him. He had to go all the way back out to Queens and do that, but he did that.
Shout out to Queens.
Word.
Queens.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. That could stay.
You know what else we haven't done in a while that none of y'all motherfuckers mentioned, and I wrote it in the text.
I know. We spoke about it.
Bro, you know who mentioned that to me?
Who?
Davey.
Davey Lenz?
Yes. He was the one, he was like, guys.
Shout out Davey Lenz, you little troll, you. I love you.
Guys, you know what I just noticed? You guys haven't been doing no Cat6 stories.
He said it like that?
That's how I feel like he said it.
Damn.
interpreted by Jason.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna do that.
He said it like that.
So our guest should be thinking of a Cat6 story. We all should have one.
Listen, I was talking to Mike before you got here about that. I saw the text, all right? I just didn't respond because I was letting you get over here. But I was thinking, I don't know if maybe a Cat6 story, like I think it ran its course, bro. I think that a better question, right?
Well, if you're a new guest, you definitely have to give us one.
Okay. I can respect that, yeah, because all our guests so far have been reoccurring guests, so that's why I'm like, it's kind of
especially those cats in episode 1.
Yeah. But so I feel like if you're a new guest, definitely have a Cat6 story. But if you're an old guest, I feel like we should have your most memorable cycling memory.
Okay.
Right?
I like that.
Like your most, whether it's bad or good.
To date.
Right? Yeah, and I stole that from our guest, but it is what it is. We were speaking about it before. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just take it. I'm taking it. I asked for help and he gave it to me and I'm taking it. So
you gave him credit.
Yeah, right.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's that.
I don't just take, you feel me?
First
I give, take.
First guest bringing gifts this time.
Bruh, I'm telling you.
Shout out.
And that's what I said. I was like, yo, we've had 3. I think all our guests have been from the Bronx, except for Dominican Chris,
who's from Upper West Side.
But Shardy's from the Bronx. Mm-hmm. Soho's from the Bronx. They ain't bring a shit.
You were born in the Bronx.
I was born in Brooklyn. Don't ever disrespect me like that again. Don't ever. Why would you? I lived in the Bronx though. I went to kindergarten in the Bronx.
Oh, I knew it was something
Shout out
like
to
that.
Miss. I forgot her name, but it was a good class. But regardless, damn, I lost my train of thought, man. You said I was born in the Bronx and you just fucked my whole shit up.
Everyone on the show is from the Bronx.
Yeah, and
No
they
one
didn't bring
brought
us shit. They didn't bring us shit. Anyway, well,
They brought us great stories. Which is what we're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. Let me humble myself.
But now that we got gifts,
let me not expect gifts. Right. Yeah. Right. Now that we got gifts,
we're like,
right?
wait a second, hold on.
Like,
What are the
wait.
other people thinking?
Like, yo, they didn't care about us. Like, they said, fuck
Look,
yeah.
I'm gonna back them up. Shawty's giving us gifts individually throughout the years.
You ain't give me shit.
Not yet.
You ain't give me shit.
Pass. That's a good one.
You ain't
All
give me nothing.
Then Soho, whenever he can, I guess he gives us words of wisdom.
You right, man. And you know what? It's not about materials, and it's about the love,
You
and
sound
it's
like
about
those-
the fuck out of here, man. Bring some shit, man. Like, yo, bring some
Cookies
shit.
or
Bring some.
beers.
Oh, no, I'm tripping. Soho brought Maria fucking Goya cookies.
You're right. He's pass. He got a pass.
Shardy, you fucking up, boy. And that was your second time on the pod. Shardy, come on.
And Chris was just polite. Shut up
Chris
on
was just
time.
polite.
Chris pulled up with a fit, with a nice fit, with some
That
nice
was
Air
his
Maxes,
present.
with some exotic Air Maxes. He pulled up with that. Yeah, he was like, "Yo, look at me, I'm Chris. Thanks."
Killer podcast. Listen to it. Just came out. Took us a little while to get it in, but some minor issues, but we got it out.
And we found the middle.
Yeah.
I feel like we're grooving too. I feel like we're finally grooving. I feel like we're grooving now.
Yeah.
Like I think we're moving.
It's better timed and everything.
Better timed.
We just know how to flow a conversation before steering way into Netherland.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, things that we can always work on as we grow our journalism up, because like this is becoming a real
Show.
like
Absolutely.
people, yeah.
But look,
Doing great.
yo. I know we've been saying that. And I want to clarify something because I look at the podcast after we put it out just to like see what we said or whatever, right? And I feel like we've been saying that a lot. Like it's a new show and it's a great show, but I don't want to take away nothing from what it was. And like I don't want to take nothing away from that either, because that was also a great show in its own light. And that also had its own different, shit. So I don't ever want it to come off like, oh, this is a new show now and we're here now and like fuck everything that we like. Nah.
Nah, us being New
Not at
Yorkers,
all.
we're always going to pay homage.
Not at all.
And that's our roots. So,
Nah.
Bike Stop, Cisco, Basement, Bolero, LIC Gutter,
This is where it started, baby.
all day, Queens, Casena, like y'all already know. Queens all day, never disrespect, y'all already know.
But go ahead.
When when you guys running around when you got time, doing a full work week, and then going out to drinking, and we'd be out till 1 a.m.
Yo.
Those nights, kudos. That was a lot of fucking work, but
That was a lot of work.
I like doing that in my 20s, not my 30s.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I like the fact that we have this more scheduled approach. It's a more, we're calm, we're not like scrambling around. We just kind of come, we set up, and we get it popping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can start the crazy here at the grassy knoll instead of end it.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fact.
I
That's a
like
fact.
that. Yo,
That's a fact. Oh, our guest also brought cigars, bro.
We're definitely gonna have to smoke that after.
Brought cigars. He brought beer, bro. Like he brought some stickers too.
Do we got a
Yeah,
cigar
man.
cutter though?
Do we got a cigar? I don't got a cigar cutter. I think Mike mentioned something about going up on the roof.
Yeah.
If we wanted to smoke a cigar, I don't know.
All right. Well, we have to
Or
check.
maybe just going outside, right? I mean,
Shout out to other Mike, man.
shout out to other Mike. Shout out to we're gonna call him Mike.
Mike.
Yeah,
Mike 2-time.
yeah, Mike 2 times.
That's a cool shirt.
Mikes?
Damn.
Right?
Yeah,
Damn. That's a good
The
one.
Sparks
shirt.
department on it.
yeah, do all that shit.
Let's go.
Sparks department. Oh, word! Everybody wearing hats, and I forgot mine.
Courtesy of the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Sparks department.
Some merch you can pick up. 25%
Remember.
off when you say Cat6.
Exactly. I love that's so in sync right there. Not to mention the free pre-roll.
Oh,
And again, go to Instagram, and that's gonna be at TGN_BK.
Bet.
that is a fact.
We've been telling him up with all his gifts. Who we got on today?
We got the very special, because if you on this motherfucker,
You already
you
know.
special.
All that gets so special.
BX Mundo.
I'm looking at your face right now. I'm like, yo, this man is really intense right now. I'm getting paid. So he went that guap. Guap for the content.
You're gonna have to pay for that.
Let me tell you,
OnlyFans shit.
it's here for the love. We're here for the love.
No, we're here for the love. But yo, we here with our fucking special guest, BX Mundo. Yo.
Love,
Oh yeah, man. Welcome.
Love,
Yo.
thank you, man.
Yo,
This
thank
is
you for
great.
coming, bro.
Nah, this is an honor to be here, man.
This is your second time on the pod. It's been a long time since the first time. You know what I mean? So this is a long time coming. But just real quick, who are you?
I'm a BX head for sure. I'm a life of word. Cheers to the Bronx, and cheers to y'all for having so many Bronx guests.
Yeah, you already know.
I was recognizing that
that.
on the way down. I was like, yo, Uptown's been well represented, and I appreciate that.
And I'm from Queens. I rep Queens
Nah,
heavy.
it's all good.
Ain't nobody from Queens doing that right now. What's up? Where y'all at?
I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah,
But,
Queen Center Mall.
Yo, stop. This nigga always with the Queens Center Mall.
But I'm an Uptown head. Born and raised Bronx resident. Got into cycling as an adult. I want to say like around 2011, 2012. None of my hood homies were riding. So I was just riding on my own. And that's when like Facebook was kind of starting to become a place to like outside of message boards, like where nerds used to go before Facebook and social media. So I found this group called Social Cycling.
Yeah.
Started riding with them, and I was like, oh, there's people out here who ride bikes. This is great. And that was literally like my first introduction to the cycling community. So then from there, I learned about fixed gear culture. I learned about a whole bunch of other shit. And I got you, J-Boy. I gotta say this.
Say it. That's exactly why.
So
exactly.
I noticed that mad shit was just happening in Manhattan and Brooklyn. And I was always the dick taking the 2-hour bike ride home. So I was like, yo, like, why ain't nothing coming up here? I was a straight Brooklyn hater. I ain't even gonna front.
I mean, do you hate Brooklyn now still?
Nah, it's a love-hate relationship. Or I love aspects of Brooklyn. I hate other aspects of it. But I was just tight. I was like, yo, why is Brooklyn getting all this shine and all this love? And like, we out here uptown, they don't come up. So then, shout out to Raquel from Social Cycling. She taught me how to lead and organize group rides because that's what she was doing. I used to help them on the social cycling rides. And then she was like, yo, do a Bronx ride. And I did. That was probably 2013 or 14. And Matt Head showed up. We rode uptown, we chilled. And after that, I was like, yo, I'm going to keep doing this. And then
that shit just blew up, right?
It just kept changing into different shit, you know? And I saw a different side of the cycling community as someone who was a little bit older and someone coming from the Bronx who wasn't a messenger, who wasn't riding, and kind of got tapped into advocacy and community work. So that always kind of left me, but I was all about let's ride and get fucked up. You know?
Nah, definitely. That's how it started.
Absolutely, right. That's the birthplace.
I think that's where everybody realizes that they like cycling. Like, is when they're getting fucked up with their friends and like just having a good ass time.
Yeah, that was like the first 5 years, and the last 7 were like, okay, let me do something different.
Right. So I was gonna ask you, when did you start feeling like you wanted to do like advocacy, like cycling advocacy, and like actually like help your community, especially because I know you're like a big Bronx advocate, and you try to like always go to the board meetings and all that, community meetings and all that. I know you're like heavily involved. So when did you start connecting the two?
I was kind of already like trying to be very intentional of putting on for my hood, but it was still very much a hangout vibe. Until one day we were chilling at a community garden, Brook Park. You've been there. I've brought you there. We hung out.
Dope spot. Barbecue. Amazing.
I was chilling there. It was the end of a ride. And it was just legit. Like, I asked these riders, like, yo, how'd you hear about the ride? So I could always be mindful, like, oh, this is what's working and what's not working. And they was like, we from Brooklyn. And we know the Bronx is up and coming. And we're looking to buy property. And we figured this would be the best way to learn the neighborhood. And I was sitting there like, these motherfuckers just told me this shit. And then in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, I'm helping them right now. Like, this is crazy. And I don't think I got to get into what complexion their skin was.
Yeah.
You know?
I got it.
So I was like, yo, this is nuts. I still want to do rides, but from now on, they have to be community centered and focused. So if we go into a restaurant, you're gonna know the story behind the restaurant. Yo, this is the family. You might even meet one of the members of the people who run it. If we go into an event, it's a community-led or centered event. Any spaces we go into, you're gonna know the story behind it. So that way, if you do decide to come here, you at least know what you're walking into and don't try to change what's already here.
I will say, when I moved to the Bronx, like a couple years ago, I was in the Bronx for like a year, almost 2 years.
You said fuck Bronx all the time. I was never understood you.
Yeah. I don't even, I say fuck Brooklyn now more of a fuck Bronx. I actually don't mind the Bronx at all. Like the Bronx is not that bad. But also.
Was he not your best friend when he was in the Bronx though?
I don't know about best friend.
We saw each other like once or twice.
Yeah.
But there was one time specifically is what I'm getting to, is that I was like, yo, I just moved out here, like show me the Bronx. Cause this is before like I was like, you talk about I love the Bronx, the Bronx this, the Bronx that. I was like, show me the Bronx. He's like, okay.
Besides the Yankees.
Yeah, he said, all right. He said, okay. And then one day I met up with him, I think at his crib, and then we was just like, all right, just follow me. Bro, he took me to, I don't even know where the fuck he took me, bro, but all parts of the Bronx.
You went to the North Bronx, went to the South Bronx.
He started telling me mad shit. We went through Concrete Park. Was that Starlight? Starlight Park. He took me to that shit, which is like in the South Bronx, like by the Brook, not too far off the Bruckner.
That's right along the Bronx River Greenway, the only borough that has a river that runs through it.
There you go. You see?
You can connect from the Bronx to Westchester, Kensico Dam.
Give him, spit that knowledge, you know what I mean?
That's how you say it? Oh, I'm
Shit,
out?
my bad.
It's all good. We're here.
We're here, baby.
Checking the levels. Levels is back.
Levels good. Levels is good.
How do you say it?
Kensico.
Not Conseco?
No, it's the Kensico Dam.
Kensico.
That's that stop in Brooklyn as well, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know that. I know Brooklyn. What I know about Brooklyn is Coney Island.
That's it.
Because it's so much like the Bronx. You know, that's what I know about Brooklyn.
Except they have crust punks. The Bronx don't have crust punks. Yeah, we got zombies.
Who?
Crust punks?
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, all right. So those dudes in like lockfoot gear but dirty.
Oh, crust punks.
Yeah, you know what that is.
Oh shit. Do we got that in the BX?
Nah, bro, they not allowed in the BX yet. Don't bring that shit uptown.
Nah, we got some predominantly white neighborhoods, but I don't think those are people who like are foo-foo in those neighborhoods. The Throgsnacks, the Morris Parks, the Riverdales, the City Island.
Yeah, but
Riverdale's not part of the Bronx.
Yes, it is.
No. We know it's part of the Bronx.
Yeah.
But if you go up there and ask one of them Albanians, they're like, no, Upper Manhattan.
It's like City Island.
Upper Manhattan,
It's
bro.
like City Island. City
You
Island
can't say
thinks
it's
they're
Upper
like,
Manhattan, bro. You cannot.
or Lower Westchester. They'll claim Westchester.
Oh, you from Westchester?
Because there's areas where you literally cross the street and you're in Westchester, about like Mount St. Vincent.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Yeah.
that's
BX.
I'd rather Lower Westchester than fucking Upper Manhattan. That's crazy.
Marble Hill,
You're talking
Marble
crazy.
Hill, people rep Manhattan. Some of them actually are in the Manhattan zip code though,
That's crazy.
because they changed the river over the years.
And then some people call Dykeman the Bronx.
So I got a question. I consider Dykeman part of Washington Heights. And
Yeah.
Well, I've had heads from up there told me, no, Dykeman is Dykeman, Wash Heights is Wash Heights. And I was like,
Well, yeah.
I thought
but
Dykeman is in
still-
Washington Heights.
Wash Heights.
well,
Yeah.
no, Dykeman is literally a different neighborhood when you look at it.
Well, I mean, but Dykeman, it's a street, right? Dykeman
Avenue, but it's literally a neighborhood. It's like me. I live in the Bronx River neighborhood, but it's literally a Bronx River Ave.
History lessons, right?
You know? So yeah, so this, it's nice uptown debates, but uptown goes some primo, you know what I mean? They are cousins, our brothers. Same with Harlem. I see you, Jay.
Wow.
Yo, but I didn't finish though. My bad. This shit was like 5 minutes ago. I didn't finish.
Right.
On why? No.
Always do
He took me to the Bronx. He took me to the Bronx that day. So he's the best like tour guide if you really want some
Appreciate
shit.
you.
Yeah, no. If you really want to know about the Bronx, like really know about the Bronx. Like this is the guy. You
Born
go with
and
him,
raised.
bro. And he gonna take you to some fire ass food spots. Like you're gonna eat great that day. Like that ass and some good beer too. Like he gonna take you to some spots, bro.
Hanging out with
Definitely.
him and Tenjo are one of the best times for
Oh
sure.
yeah, if you want to eat and drink good,
We were chilling a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
Fire. Shout out
Shout out to
Tenjo.
Tenjo, bro. Can you come on the show, bro?
I'll get him.
Can you come on the show, bro?
Make them empanadas.
You know what you
and
gotta
like
do?
food again.
We gotta have a cooking episode.
Exactly.
That's how
So
Get
he's
on.
gonna be like on the grill? Like,
No, like maybe doing some food prep. Once you get him talking about food, that's it. You done, B. You got him.
I mean, all right. So we're gonna have to bring some
Louis
food.
Love,
I love
that's how I
food.
know him.
I love
Louis
food.
Love.
Louis Love, son.
So pull up.
We
Louis Love.
We had a chance to get in the kitchen together. We didn't get to cook up as much as we wanted because there was some life circumstances that came up.
Yeah.
But we got a chance to throw down in the kitchen, and I got to see some of the magic. You know, the guy's a genius.
Bro, I've tasted his food. It's amazing. Like,
Guy's
everything he's
genius.
ever made.
He catered an event
He
for
catered
us.
our event. Like
He's one of the homies that always puts up to the
Bro.
BX. I got like Louis Love, my homie Sandy from Brooklyn. She come out all the time to Mad Bronx stuff, and she rides. She rides in, rides home, does the whole track. You know, so that's why I got love for the other boroughs that I used to hate on, because I was like, yo, there's some really good people out here.
Well, that's us basically going in our borough, right? Like we're taught as New Yorkers to like rep your hood.
Yeah.
So when we're growing up, repping our hood,
And love
I don't
where you
wanna
come from.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was-
Exactly.
you have to love where you come from.
And with that comes where you from, Queensbridge?
The antagonistic
Yo, you from
side.
LES? Fuck out of here. Fuck
Unless you
outta
got
here.
family there. You
Even
know?
then.
Yeah, it's a
Because then
fact.
it's gonna be a ball team or like
Mhm.
whatever you went to,
That's true.
and it's gonna go down to the hoods.
That's Queens get the money though.
I don't care. Harlem be make Queens. Harlem make it. That's it.
Nah, Queens forever, bro. Queens forever. But
Queens,
this
you know
not-
what? I want to give credit. Queens got some amazing food. Queens got some amazing.
I mean, I live in Queens.
Like,
Jackson Heights, Rouge area, right? Right after fucking
that's-
casino.
You know, I'm a big Bronx advocate for our food, but I think Queens got a lot more real estate than we do in the Bronx. But there's some amazingly good sections of straight solid food in the Bronx. You kind of gotta
you gotta search for it.
You gotta
yeah.
know where to go. You gotta dip
Yeah,
in
it's
and
a
out.
fact.
And there's a lot of low key spots. It's
Yeah.
like from the outside, you wouldn't even tell that this delicious food getting pumped out of there.
And I think Queens has like every nationality of restaurant
Yeah,
up there.
bro. Yeah.
Like my wife is from the Czech Republic, and it's like literally the only place that is authentic is like
That
up
she
in
has her shit.
Queens.
That's
That is like,
crazy.
oh damn, this tastes like hometown hero shit.
Bro, if you ride down Ruzy from like Woodside to like where I live, right? Because I live all the way like past like where the train ends, right? If you ride just that section, it's like a couple miles, maybe 2-3 miles. You're gonna get like Cambodian food, Filipino food, fucking Chinese food, Mexican food, Ecuadorian food, Dominican food.
Everything you've said,
Bro.
we got in the Bronx.
Yeah, but like this is like a strip.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the Bronx. That it's like that.
What do you want? Oh no, not a strip.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm
we
talking
got
about
little pockets.
You know what? I
That's
don't
what-
even see fast food joints out there.
Where?
in the Bronx. No, they got fast food.
No,
joints.
no,
Cool.
and like in Ruzy, like on the
Oh.
main Ave, there's no
Okay.
McDonald's,
Nah.
no Burger King.
On 82nd and on Junction, like the
Right?
big the train stops. The train stops.
Yeah,
The train
yeah.
stops. Like 82nd is a train stop. Junction is a train stop. So that's where you see Taco Bells and the McDonald's. But everything else, like all these cutty blocks, nah.
You've been
it's
getting
all-
too many of those in the hood. I can't stand it.
What, the bullshit?
McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah.
Chipotle is like it takes away from the culture.
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that taking folks like Gabe around. Everybody used to tell me like this feels like old New York out here.
Yeah, it
right?
does. It does. It does. The
It's
Bronx,
different.
The Bronx is still old New York. The
Yeah.
Bronx,
They got
like,
pockets.
I mean, there's spots that's is getting like, you know, whatever. But
Little Italy in the Bronx is like you're walking in a pastime,
Yeah, like
go-
5 years ago they got rated best little Italy in America.
right?
Crazy.
That shit.
yeah, that's a beautiful place. So
Albanians
downtown.
are taking over though.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
And they're keeping everything like Italian forward facing, I think, because it's good for business.
Yeah.
But half those Italian restaurants are
Gone.
owned by Albanians.
Albanians. I respect it. I mean, again, as long as I think if they keep it the same, right? It's like you're not messing up the tradition. I mean, I don't.
Would you feel that way if somebody else was running a Dominican?
I
food
knew you were
spot?
gonna say that. Nope, I wouldn't.
We know who's cooking in the back. It's brown
Of course,
folks cooking
bro,
in the back.
bro, when
But
I
would,
go
you,
to-
would you feel that way if
Yeah.
like a Peruvian person owned your neighborhood Dominican restaurant?
Nah.
So here's my dilemma.
Why you say Peruvian?
Because, because it goes back to ties with the neighborhood and the ethnicities.
Exactly, there's culture,
it's
and that's
It
that
does.
to me is always what's been important. It's about the culture.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hell no.
You got to keep the
Better
culture
be a
alive.
fucking Dominican-owned fucking restaurant. That spot on Ruzy La Cabaña on 103 and
Better stay
Ruzy,
Dominican.
that better no. If I found out today that it wasn't Dominican-owned, bro,
It might be
that shit would
Spaniard,
break
though.
my heart, bro. Like no cap.
Vosotros.
It might be yo, Spaniards got bread, son. They buying everything.
Those
That
my
shit-
cousins, man. Conquista.
That shit would break my
They're
fucking
ancestors.
soul, bro. I'd be like, nah, the Dominican doesn't own this. I'm out of here,
It
bro.
don't matter.
Like,
It's a brown person cooking your food either way.
nah,
son.
yeah,
No, but
that's
that
my-
brown person gotta have mass stress. If it's a male, I need him to have mad stress smoking a bogey outside before he goes back in the kitchen. Because then he's going to go into work.
Speaking of stress, because you...
And then real quick,
yeah.
I need the titi with the extra elbow fat looking at the novela.
The hanging?
Yeah, because other than that, bro, Spanish food, they don't make that shit with love.
Yeah,
and that's a food you got to make with love.
Absolutely. And you have to be stressed for it. And speaking of stress, I feel like you've spoken about like cycling being like almost like meditative to you, like use as meditation. Mm-hmm. So how did that correlate? How did that start?
So I didn't know shit about meditation like most of us in the hood. But that's when I kind of knew that I was like, oh, this is good for me. There was one day I'll never forget. I was riding down Second before there was a bike lane.
Oh shit! Yeah,
before there was a train.
Exactly. I was riding down Second Avenue.
Damn, that's good.
And I probably was on a single speed or fixed gear. I don't remember, but what I do remember was just noticing in that moment, like, yo, none of my problems are existing right now. I'm not deep in thought. I'm not overthinking. I'm just existing in this joyous state right now. And I was like, is this what like a meditative state feels like?
Fucking zen.
Yeah. I was like, yo, it was beautiful. Yeah. So after that, I was like, yo, I want to do this as much as I can all the time. But like, that was how I first started like really diving deep into it. But with meditation, like in the last few years, I got to give credit to my partner for that. They introduced me to meditation. It was like, yo, I think you should look into this. And I was like, I tried that shit. That shit don't work.
Yeah.
And it's just like anything else. Like, first time you jumped on a fixed gear bike, he was like, this is wild. This is crazy.
Telling your partner, yo, get that brujeria shit out of here.
So I didn't even think about brujeria. I'm not going to front. I know. No, but what I knew that I had Indian and South Asian roots. Yeah. But I'm like, yo, that's that white people shit. Like, I can't think, I'm not going to de-stress by sitting still. And I was wrong. I started trying more and learning more. She put me onto apps. I started listening to things. And like, what's meditation, journaling, moving my body, riding. Like, that's still, like, there's times that I'm like, yo, I'm meditating, I'm journaling, and I still feel tense, so I still have a sense of anxiety on me. And then I'll be like, oh, I haven't ridden my bike in a week or two. I haven't.
I feel like that.
So it's the same thing. It's a tool, it's a tool, but it's a tool for your brain that doesn't require physical activity. But y'all love that shit, man. I've been on meditation retreats. You silent for days on end. No talking, no radio, no music, no nothing.
Sounds amazing.
It's just the Headspace app?
I started with Headspace, but I use Insight Timer.
Okay.
And I'm a paid subscriber. $60.
$60
for the year. Yeah. So I look at it this way: if you stressed out and call out of work, it's going to cost you more than $60.
Hell yeah!
So like, just paying that alone for a year, you're good. Yeah, right, you know?
Just made it a work write-off.
I'm still calling out of work though.
Well, of course, but I meant like financially, $60 ain't shit.
No, not for a year. No,
not for a year.
For some clip.
For a year for something that helps you.
Yeah.
We could just ask Strava. Strava's getting us for like 7 years.
Yeah, meditation definitely helps. I think, and I think for me too. Like if I don't ride, like it gets cooped up. Like all that energy that you're not exerting, like gets fucking like, cooped up into your shit, and you start feeling it. You do emotionally or whatever.
And it's a healthy way to get it out.
Absolutely, I feel like it is.
God forbid you explode one day.
Well, I'm saying it's better. Let me go fucking ride mad miles and get tired and go up this hill and just like let it all out on this hill.
Scream on the motorist,
right? Scream on the motorist, right? Or even scream at the top of the hill. Yo, I've done that shit, bro. I've been stressed the fuck out to the point where I'm like, you know what? When I get to the top of this hill, obviously if there's nobody around, it's like I don't want to scare nobody. But I'm like, if I'm by myself and I'm just like riding, I'm like, I'll just let it out, bro.
Yeah.
Or on the tri-borough, you just let it out, bro. Can't nobody hear you. You just let that shit out, bro.
I got some news for you about the tri-borough.
They can hear you?
I wouldn't be surprised. But I know you're someone who crossed that bridge a lot.
I used to, a lot.
There's some changes most likely coming.
You're not going to be able to...
To make it legit bike friendly.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah. Okay, I thought you were going to say the opposite.
No, there's some changes coming to make it legit.
Oh, shit.
And it's something that I don't understand why people never pushed before.
Right.
They did it they combined with ADA accessibility advocates. That bridge is not ADA accessible because it got steps.
That's a fact. Facts.
So cycling advocates and ADA people got together, and a whole bunch of other transportation people got together.
So little money got with big money.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they either got big money. I don't know if either one got big money. You know,
But you hear ADA advocate.
well, that's legal. That's federal now. So now you imposing on someone's rights and liberties.
Right.
You know, so MTA is now saying that we're gonna make some changes. We're gonna do some.
That's
and it's gonna
amazing.
become bike friendly. And the
Shout
next
out.
That's
one,
amazing.
they're dragging their feet on the Verrazano, but that's the next
course.
one they're looking at.
I need the Verrazano. That's great. Yo, I've been wondering, you know what I mean? Why not ride to Staten Island?
Yeah.
Why not? Like,
Yeah. I've only been there
no.
twice. I've only been there twice.
Because who's
What?
exactly?
I want to ride there.
Mundo's been to New York his whole life. Been there
I've been
twice.
there a lot of times.
I just got there twice.
I went there a lot of
I
times.
barely leave the Bronx these days. Man.
I barely leave Queens, but I'm lying. I work.
Well, I work in Queens.
Right. My work.
Wu-Tang don't even live in Staten Island.
Well, not even the whole Wu-Tang was from. A lot of them were from Brooklyn too.
And then exactly.
You know, it's just the main heads.
Method Man was from Long Island.
And it was that RZA was from out there, and I think Raekwon.
Yeah,
so.
Method Man was from Long Island. He played lacrosse.
Redman was never Wu, right? Nah, right?
Redman was from New
Wu
Jersey.
Jace.
Wu or Jace.
Yeah, Wu
and then
Jace.
who was that?
Like
They
me,
had-
I'm like fixed gear Jace.
That's nice. That's a nice way to put
Yeah,
it.
I got bikes. I ride. I show up. I support.
do your homework.
You know,
Yo, how is that? How is keeping that balance of like cycling and like your personal life? Because it's hard to find time to
hard
cycle.
as fuck. It was
You
mad
don't,
difficult.
You don't go to socials anymore.
I do. I pull up. Usually when they come to the Bronx or uptown only. But
Nah, I'm joking.
nah,
I
I'm
respect it.
keeping
I
it
respect
buck.
it. I respect
But my
it.
main reason behind not going to the social cycling rides is they late rides,
Yeah.
and I get up at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
and I don't got when I started riding, I was probably like my early 30s. So I don't got to come home at midnight, 1:00, wake up at 4 or 5 and go to work energy in me no more. Like
That shit hurts.
I used to do it. I used to be able to, but I can't.
Yeah.
So now if they're coming uptown and I got the Friday off, I'm with it. You know, and then I'll and I know what it's like to host a ride, so I'll be like a sweep or a drop or something. But those rides have grown exponentially since I started going on them or supporting and riding with them. Those, I love them. They're crazy. It's like a massive amount of organized chaos. It's
Do
a
you
beautiful thing.
like the new wave that's been post-pandemic? Because social ride was kind of like critical mass. It blew up, and then slowly but surely the numbers started dwindling, and then it seemed like after pandemic it blew up again.
I feel like it's big now, right?
It's huge.
Chris
huge
mentioned
now.
it.
It's huge now.
I haven't gone to any because I've worked.
So
but I'm going.
when I started on the social rides in 2012, they were way different in the sense
They were
was
way different.
you followed every rule of the road. You stopped at every light.
yeah.
Let me tell you.
it was a whole nother vibe.
Mundo, I couldn't go on those rides because it was
that bad?
Fred. It was
that bad?
Urban Dictionary bike Fred.
Fred.
Like it was mad Fred. You got to David Molnar.
My boy Dave?
Think about 100 David Molnars.
Nah, you bugging, son.
I'm bugging?
No, you thinking of Five Borough Bike Club, son. And no diss on the Five Borough Bike
It's
Club.
not a
They do
diss. It's not a
good
diss.
work. But they weren't like that. There was a lot of commuters after work people.
Yeah.
But there was
A lot of Bromptons.
There was some cool heads there.
Yeah,
you know?
Bromptons are fucking tight, boy.
Yeah, I finally got one. I finally got
They're
one.
fun as shit to
Got
ride
one?
around.
Give
in,
it
bro.
in.
I actually got gifted a Brompton.
Bro,
believe it or
somebody
not.
want to give me a Brompton? Because I'm just
No.
ready.
I'm just trying to smoke people on a Brompton.
I just need a Brompton for the whip so I can like, when I'm, move
that's,
around.
That's what I was
move
gonna do,
around,
but now I
like,
got to do street parking again, so I can't leave no Brompton in my car in the Bronx.
Nah. Brompton will get copped in the Bronx.
You gotta have fishbowl windows, and then on top of that, everything gotta be removed.
But yo, the social rides weren't always like that.
weren't.
They were different, but they were chill too. There were smoke breaks, and then it
Safety
grew
meetings.
up, and then it was different. It blew up, it slowed down, it blew up, it slowed down.
Yeah.
But definitely that post-pandemic, when nobody else was kind of out here doing anything, and they kept trudging through. Shout out to them because I don't know how they do it. You know,
Yeah,
they have
Chud.
hundreds of people,
Just
hundreds of people on a ride.
Tracy.
You know, going real chaotically crazy.
because it's great. You got so back then you had like a type, right? Like you'll have a couple fixed gear heads, you'll have your hybrids,
Your commuters.
Right now, it's wheelie kids. It's
The wheelie kids be
Guys
wild.
playing drums.
Y'all gonna keep it a buck.
I like the wheelie kids, but they be
bit of bug.
wild.
That's what we here
I'm gonna
for.
keep it a buck. I love what the Willie kids are doing,
Love them.
but I don't think that belongs on a group ride if it's not a Willie ride.
Yeah,
If it's not a ride out or it's not a Willie ride,
Don't wheelie.
where the level is everybody's on the same level, and if you go to one of those rides, you know what's gonna happen.
If you go into a ride out or it's literally organized by one of the Willie folks, by all means. But if you're going to anybody else's shit, chill, B.
I've seen chaos.
Chill,
Yeah,
B,
people
like,
getting hurt for no reason.
Yeah. You know, it's like real talk. You used to ride fix and you recognize this ain't the space for me to bug out. You know, Raquel used to notice that I had this high energy and I wanted to dip and the pace of the ride was slow. So she used to have me be like she used to call me a rabbit. Yo, go up ahead and make sure the intersection's good. Now I'm out. Then now I chill, wait for the whole ride, point them in. So you give people work to do if they got that high energy. Yeah. But yo, like, it's nothing against the Willies. I think it's great. I wish they were getting money off of this and sponsorship, and like what they're doing is beautiful.
SC, send them a check.
But it don't belong in chill group rides.
Yeah.
And a social ride, right.
And then that also goes with there's motherfuckers that try to race alley cats, then they show up to these rides and they're fucking racing. Dog, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like
so I always announce it in my rides. This is a chill pace ride. You're gonna be able to talk. You're gonna be able to have fun. This ain't a race. This ain't a ride out. We're gonna make sure that our pedestrians is good, because like we're gonna look like dickheads talking about, oh, look at these motorists. Meanwhile, we running over pedestrians, you know? Like,
so what do you do leading a ride? Like, so say, because this happens on our donuts and dumpling ride all the time. People go like 15.
Well, no.
15.5.
But nah,
16.
I've been there.
Nah, but no, the last time, but
the last time I was there, they left me and my partner behind. The last time I was there.
So fast, yeah.
And that's when I told him, like, yo, my man, like.
But yo, look.
If you can't pull up with your shorty.
But look, y'all hear me before we start the fucking, if y'all been to the fucking Donuts and Dumplings ride.
Which is great, please go.
Oh, it's a fucking great ride. It's going to be the 7th annual. This year is going to be the 7th annual. Shit's going to be fire, right? You started the same year I started CRANKSGIVIng. Oh, so we on the same, that's fucking dope.
2016.
Food-oriented.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. You fast. Nah, but, if you ever been on a Donuts and Dumplings ride, I said in the beginning, it's not a fucking race. If you want to race, go to an alley cat, bro. Like, this is it's a Donuts and Dumplings ride. Where do you see fucking race in there? Like, or I got to get to there first.
I can tell you where you see race is a bunch of dudes on bikes who are higher drunk, and everyone wants to be the top number one.
Listen, I be high.
But you learn. You don't give nobody the route.
But look.
And if you pass me, I'm turning.
Yeah, I've said that mad times, and I do that.
Yeah,
and sometimes I just turn just cause.
But that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
you know?
And so like it kind of and that's why I said like the only thing I have to control now is the speed. Yeah. That's it.
That's easy to do.
That's it. But I think in controlling like everybody not passing me, everybody's pretty respectful last time.
You stop and mess up.
Yeah.
That's how you control the speed.
Yeah.
You know, we just stopping for what? We stop. It's my ride. We stopping.
Yeah, that's a fact. True. That's a fact. I'm gonna take more control. Word. I've been letting too many people talk.
And if they don't like it, go home.
That's also true. Go home or fucking meet me at the dumpling spot. You're gonna be the only DTD right here by yourself. Like
going car path this year?
Waiting for. I'm going car path this year. Yeah, I'm going car path. I didn't go car path last year.
I
did go car path last year.
I didn't go, but I heard about it.
3 years in a row, he's like, I'm not going car path.
But there was one year. There was one year I didn't do car path. There was one year I didn't do car path.
Felt soft.
I just didn't want to do car. I just had my kid. I was feeling weird.
Daddy life, man. That changes you.
I was feeling weird. What do you want me to do? I was feeling weird. I was like, I'm a dad. I gotta take care of myself. I mean, I'm still like, I don't know.
Yo, bro, I'm not as reckless as I used to be. I'm like, yo, if I fall, this is gonna hurt a lot.
You never wanted to go and race?
Nah, I knew racing wasn't for me. So yes and no.
Yeah, no, because like you're telling me you had all this energy. You're
yes and no. So when I learned about
you mobbing on the social commuters.
So I was competitive. I was mobbing on social heads.
Aerial fixie bike.
He's like, I was.
So I love the competition aspect of it, but I saw what heads were doing to race, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. But that's how I got into CRANKSGIVIng, the first Manhattan NYC jump off.
Segue.
Because it was a competition for me, and I had already did Bike MS. I had did Bike MS a couple times, and I was like, it felt great riding for a cause. I'm like, yo,
Bike MS is for
multiple sclerosis.
Sorry, guys.
So they had 3 rides or 2 rides. You could do a loop of Manhattan for 30 miles. They closed the FDR. They closed the Harlem River.
How they do that?
They got bread. They got big sponsors.
Those are the advocates we need to talk to.
So they closed all that down, and you get to ride that whole loop of Manhattan car free.
Joe DiMaggio way.
Yo, bro, car free.
Joe DiMaggio way.
Nobody calls it that.
No, it's the West Side Highway, son. It's the West. And actually, that part is called the Harry Hudson Parkway. We don't even call it that.
Yeah, Harry Hudson. Who the fuck calls it the Harry Hudson?
It's the West Side Highway.
Yo, that Jersey water over there, B.
So you get to ride all that.
Yeah.
Car free. You know, and they give you like some good food, or you can do the long ride. You ride through the Lincoln Tunnel. They shut down 1 tube of the Lincoln Tunnel.
Oh, that's
And then
dope.
you end up on 9W, and you go all the way up. You come back down. You cross the GW, and they got a century. But it's all to raise money for MS. So I had did that early in my cycling life.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this is amazing. Like, I'm riding, I'm out here, I'm raising money for a good cause. And then someone put me on a Cranksgiving, and I went out there, and then I was like, oh, we racing?
We racing.
And in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna smoke these fools.
Oof, look at this.
But
man.
I did all right. I think I finished like top 30 something out of 300 the first year that I did it.
That's good.
Yeah.
no matter-
I was devastated, and then I found it was like 300 riders. I was like, oh, I'm great.
I was devastated.
Nah, that's good, bro. Good shit. I mean,
percentile type
yo,
shit.
for real, 30 out of
Yeah,
300.
I was like definitely like, I was like, what's this? And that's the number you finish. And I was like, damn. And then I saw out of 300, and I was like,
Nah,
oh,
that's not
good.
bad.
So I'm not in the bottom half.
Nah. Yeah, you good. You good.
Explain what Cranksgiving is, because a lot of people who listen may not know exactly what Cranksgiving is.
So Cranksgiving is basically what it started as was it was created by New York City Messengers. And it was a way to give back to people in need for the holidays. And as most New York City Messengers were, and I would even say it was about competition, but also looking out for each other. So it was an alley cat. You had to find very specific supermarkets in Manhattan and buy very specific food items. First one to finish gets the glory.
With receipt.
With receipts. You have to keep your receipts. That's how it was. That was basically the checkpoint certification. And then all the food goes to, I think at the time, they were doing a Bowery mission. They're probably still doing a Bowery mission.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So that's how that started.
When did you start yours?
The Bronx started
Thanksgiving.
2016.
Oh, okay. And that was so that came from that. You were like, yo, I want to do one in the Bronx specifically.
So that came from me shitting on Brooklyn, to be honest with you. That's when
it was a Manhattan race, though.
There's like
No, but big game. It wasn't Manhattan race.
They had the extra
after
checkpoint.
party was in Brooklyn a couple times, and I used to give them shit the way I was giving everybody shit. And yo, shout out to Ken Stanek. He's my Cranksgiving padrino. He was running that event for about a solid 10 years.
Shout out Ken.
And I was giving him a hard time about it. And he was honest with me. He was like, yo, Ed, don't nobody want to go to the Bronx. He said, I'm not trying to shit on you. You know this. Don't nobody want to go to the Bronx.
Nobody want to go to the Bronx.
He actually told me, he told me something that I hadn't realized yet. He was like, getting event space is extremely difficult. And I hadn't realized that yet because I wasn't in the really organizing where I was still doing bike rides. I hadn't started doing events.
Pull up over here, we'll ride over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hadn't started anything like that. So I was like, oh shit, the space is what's the issue. So he was like, yo, why don't you do a Bronx Cranksgiving? And I was like, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I was asking for. I was just asking for somehow including the Bronx in this event. So that year, early in 2016, maybe? I think it was 2016, early that year, they lost one of their beer sponsors. And at the time, I had a solid relationship with the Bronx Brewery, Gun Hill Brewery, and Chelsea Point Brewery had moved from lower Manhattan to the Bronx. So at the time, we had 3 functioning operating breweries with tasting rooms, and a 4th one, but they were just shipping their beer elsewhere, no tasting room. So he was like, yo, Ed, I know you got relationships in the Bronx. Can you hook us up with some beer? So I said, I'll give you my contact over at the Bronx Brewery. So I spoke to them, and I was like, yo, can y'all just make this connection? This is what it is. Y'all can talk amongst yourselves. That's what I always do. I'm all about collaboration, connecting, network.
You don't hide the plug.
Nah,
you're not hiding the plug.
No, there's no need to.
CC you in all your emails. There will be a nice trail of all you.
Yeah, there's no
Thank
reason.
you. Thank
but
you.
there's no
Thank
reason.
you.
I don't need to keep the plug a secret.
Some people are like that for no fucking reason.
There's no reason. For me, I want to build. So like,
Yeah.
And there's more work for me if every time you need something, you got to go through me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this to profit. I'm doing this so we could come up.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
listen,
know?
I gotta go to sleep and that 4 train be right by my house. I don't need to look at my phone. I already hear the.
So what happened was he hit. I connected with Bronx Brewery. I connected with Bronx Brewery, and he calls me back. He's like, "Yo, Ed, thank you so much." I'm like, "Did it go well?" He said, "Yo, they gave us a bunch of cases of beer for free, and they offered up their venue space.
Give me the beer.
And I was like, "Yo, so you coming up?" He was like, "No, I'm not coming up." But he was like, "Why don't you do a Bronx Cranksgiving?" And I was like, "What?" He was
No, I could see the no.
"Yeah, no," because he was honest. He's like, "Hey, ain't nobody coming to an after party in the Bronx."
I'm not going to the Bronx.
You know, so and he was right. Most of the participants were Brooklyn heads and Manhattan heads. You know,
For that race.
For that race, exactly. So he was like, "Yo, why don't you do a Bronx Cranksgiving? Just don't do it on the same day that I'm gonna do it." And that was literally like a month out. And I was like, "This is crazy." I spoke to some of my friends and organizers who were up there, and they was like, "No, you got to do this. We can't say we don't have shit here,
Hey,
and when the opportunity
crazy.
presents itself, we don't do it."
Oh yeah.
And that's literally how I found myself in everything I've done.
Yeah.
I'm advocating for it, and someone gives me the opportunity to do it, and I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. I just feel we need it. But then it's like, you're there.
Well, if you don't do it, nobody else is gonna do it.
Or it's not started, you know,
yeah.
like I would love to pass off Cranksgiving one of these days, like legit. Like,
Yo, come on, Bronx has
lot.
somebody from the Bronx that really love the Bronx and want to keep.
it's been working so far. I've been bringing in more folks. You know, I've been really intentional about like collaborating and bringing up. There's some dope groups out there. You got BX Girl Bike Gang. They're an all-woman cycling collective
in the Bronx.
Yup, and they meet out. They meet out in Pelham Parkway every other Sunday doing the cycling like warm attempts. And it's women only rides, and they support it. You know, it's about they got slow pace, medium pace rides. So I've been collaborating with them on organizing bike rides.
Oh, that's dope.
You got a few bike crews up there now popping off, especially since the pandemic, and it's dope. It's beautiful. You know, like when I started 10 years ago. The only person that I knew of that was out there was Shardy, you know, and I learned about him a couple of years in. Within the first year or two, I learned about.
Shout out Shardy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
we're gonna start that again.
You know, so like he was the only person that I knew who was repping the X and riding and like hosting something, you know. But that was still very different than what I had started doing. But real talk, when it came to Bronx Thanksgiving, I reached out to Shardy because I recognized I'm not a messenger. And I've never organized the race. I do social gatherings. I do real chill pace stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to be seen like I'm stepping into an arena that is not mine. And he was like, nah, man. He's like, yo, you from the Bronx. You putting on the Bronx event. Fuck that shit. And I was like,
at least you have respect to feel like, you know, to actually just be like, hey guys, you know, I know I'm not a messenger, but I want to throw a messenger style race, like Is that, you know what I mean? Some people just bogart shit sometimes.
Because they weren't raised right.
And they weren't
raised in the hood where you get punched in your face for being disrespectful.
Right, for doing shit like that, right, for just taking some shit.
Exactly. Like, yo, you didn't ask permission.
Yeah,
and it's not about being soft.
No.
It's about, yo,
absolutely not.
This is not your world.
Right.
You don't do that.
Right. So you're
You
just
can't
gonna
tell them that nowadays, though.
You can tell them
It
whatever
is
the
my
fuck you
world.
want. No. Who says you can't tell them?
I don't know. It's definitely different. In some ways better, in some ways crazy. But I'm someone who I've learned to not pay attention to anything that anybody got to say about me because I know what I'm doing for my hood. There's a lot of shit that I don't even announce or take credit for, and I'm working behind the scenes.
That's a fact.
And it's like, yo, I'm good, yo. My lady loves me. My son respects me. My mom is proud of me. I can give a fuck about anybody else's opinions.
That's it, bro.
You know?
Love yours, bro.
For real, like, yo, like real talk, I got a crazy team of people who put up with all my crazy ideas, you know, like real talk. I miss Cisco because me and him was sitting in the Bronx bar
Shout
one
outs
day,
to Cisco.
and I told him one of my crazy ideas, and literally like the next day he was sending me like how much the equipment was gonna cost for my idea, and I was like, my man, I'm broke. I just gave you an idea, son.
No,
he was
like that.
He's like, I'm ready, let's go. And I was like, yo, I don't got bread. I don't got bread at the time.
He's like that though.
But I've been really blessed to be supported and develop relationships with people who care, people who understand, people who respect. So like for me, it's like I don't care about what's hype. I don't care about what's trending. There's mad people that I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. That's okay. You know, the people that I do know, the people that come out, is like it's beautiful. It's always genuine. No one can tell you that I was hating on them for no reason or that they came up and I didn't show them love.
Yeah,
Ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if I don't fuck with you, I'm still gonna show you love.
That's
Like
that
in
silent
life, that's that what?
that silent killer shit.
There you go, bro. Come on,
I don't like
kindness.
you. What's up, baby? You good?
But nah, you're not disrespect.
Nah,
I'm gonna show
absolutely.
you. You're gonna get
Absolutely. Respect and respect.
I'm not gonna go on my way to make sure you're good, but I don't gotta hate on you.
Yeah, respect and respect
You don't
too.
own that much space in my brain.
Like with anything else in life, there's been different versions of your race. So you said it started out competitive and messenger style, but now it's kind of not like that. Or you set it up so that there's a competitive version and or like a scavenger hunt version.
So I want to give credit to Philly. The first few years, it was straight up Manhattan style, flat out alley cat, fastest person wins, and we gave miscellaneous prizes to like DFL, costume, shit like that. I went out to Philly one year to participate in their Cranksgiving. For those who don't know, there's Cranksgivings all over the world. Look up cranksgiving.org. You'll find a Cranksgiving somewhere close to you, I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. I went to Philly.
That kickback.
I went to Philly to support their
This is
event.
strong.
But I bumped into Ken. Ken Stanek from the Manhattan Jump Off was out there. So we like, yo, we riding together? He's like, yo, let's do this.
Yeah.
And Philly, when they give us the manifest, blew my mind. They had a point system. They had a map of the city of Philadelphia, and it had zones. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. The further you rode away from the center starting point, the more the supermarket's points value were. So I asked him straight up, I'm like, yo, I love this because what it does, it levels the playing field. It's not just about being the fastest no more. You got to be strategic.
Yeah.
You got to be smart. You got to really know, how am I going to do this? Speed still absolutely counts.
Yeah, for sure.
But you could do multiple drop-offs. I saw, damn, what was her name? She used to ride. She's a designer now. She's still a racer, but she don't live here no more. With an R. She's big in the fixed gear world back when, white girl
R?
with the R.
Roz.
Oh, Roz. Yeah. who lives
Oh, she
out
was
in,
on our pod.
Yeah, she lives out there.
She was on our pod.
Yo,
Good fucking call, bro.
Yo,
That's old school.
You're a good guy.
Yo, Roz was out there in Philly tearing it up.
Yeah.
Tearing it up. So I see the system.
Yeah.
Like most organizers, they were mad opening and welcoming. It's like, yo, we'll give you everything you need to kind of switch over to a point system. Switched over to a point system. Dominican Chris was tight because he came ready to race. And here you now, it's about amount of food, not fast.
Yeah.
But what it did was it did level the playing field, made it a little bit fairer. But a lot of Sean from Cat6, a lot of
Shout out
heads
to Sean.
were like, yo, we want to race. So what I did last year and this year was it's two ways to compete. You could technically win in both, but you have to be stellar. So you could go for the points, which is each food item has a value of points, and each supermarket has a multiplier. So like this year, the 3-point we started in the South Bronx, ended in Kingsbridge. The 3-point supermarket was in North Riverdale. You know, so you got to boogie all the way over there to make that one can of potato be worth 3.
If you don't know the terrain,
It's a lot of hills.
nothing straight.
Yo, Riverdale.
Nothing goes.
North Riverdale.
Avenues cross into streets, lanes,
And it's the Bronx. It's nothing but
boulevards.
hills. So, but then I also did, I think it was 12 or 13 supermarkets. So there was also an equal prize for whoever went to all 13 supermarkets first within the 2-hour time limit. And 3 people went out for the Alley Cat. Only 2 finished. Unfortunately, there was no women on the Alley Cat side, but I will proudly say that at BRONX CRANKSGIVINGs, we got about a 33% or higher rate of women participation.
Wonderful.
I'm really proud of that.
Numbers.
That's what's up,
It means
man.
it's a space that's welcomed by everybody.
Yeah, and it should be. Yeah.
But you know, oftentimes you hear that it's not, and sometimes that's legitimately so, but other times it's just that no one's showing up.
And it's the Bronx.
That's too.
Yeah.
That's too. That's somebody. Yeah, sometimes they're not
It's
showing
the
up. Yeah,
motherfucking Bronx.
Sometimes there are welcoming spaces. It's just that no one's showing
that
up.
shows up. Right.
You know,
exactly.
and that could
Yeah.
be maybe the organizer didn't do enough work, or maybe you just don't have. Like I got a lot of the organizers for BRONX CRANKSGIVING are women. You know, I got relationships with women in the cycling community. You know, so it's been more helpful. And I legit ask for feedback, like, yo, how can I make this make more sense? You know, or
Facts.
make this more welcoming. You know, I've literally learned that changing the colors of a flyer can have an impact on that. Like I hosted an event, a Bronx ride, and the flyer was way more colorful than my traditional gray and blacks or gray and orange or black and orange. And someone told me, it was like, yo, I saw the flyer and it looked mad family friendly. So I felt this is a ride and not a race. And I was like, holy shit. Like, we interpret things differently depending where you're coming from.
I mean, because we gotta get a flyer. Yo, by the way, the guy that was supposed to make my flyer for the Donuts and Dumplings ride, the 7th annual Donuts and Dumplings ride, he capping right now. So I need somebody else to make a flyer for me. If you see this, like soon.
I got flyer people. Holla at me.
Forget it. Yo,
No. Holla.
But he got flyer people, so y'all better hurry up.
I'm the plug, bro.
Yeah. You see that?
Can you please pass me a beer with the Dominican flag on it, please?
With the Dominican flag on it.
You gotta rep our people, man.
Yo, thank you, man.
forever.
I appreciate you, man.
So yeah, that's how it is. So now we're doing points and we're doing a race. You know, however you think you could. Yo, there's a dude who comes out there and races with his kid in a trailer, and he wins all the time.
Respect.
And this year he came out with 2 kids in his trailer because his family grew.
He's like, I got 2 kids now.
You know?
Still killing them.
Yo, this
those
and this
turkeys.
dude is
These turkeys.
mad competitive.
Fuck yeah,
Mad
dude.
competitive, and he
Gotta
wins.
be.
He wins all the
And
time.
he brings his kids.
His kids.
And his kids
his kids started just being in the trailer, and his daughter this year rode. I got footage of his daughter riding to the first 3 supermarkets.
Was that the same guy that told you your
Blowing
flyer?
every red light.
No, it was a woman
okay.
that told me that the flyer was more
Family
inviting,
friendly, yeah.
more inviting. Yeah,
Yeah, more inviting. That's dope. I mean, that's
It's the little stuff like that,
and that
make
helps.
a difference.
Yo, yeah,
Absolutely.
and like you said, it makes a difference.
I
for sure.
correlate that because our first few flyers for the Donuts and Dumpling rides were always colorful.
Yeah, had some Simpsons and-
like shout out
But now
to
for none, your flyer look like it's a race. That's probably why people come out ready to have it. It does look like a race. I'm not throwing.
No, of course
Because they got a
not.
guy on a fixed gear.
No, it's not about fixed gears.
No, 'cause the
It
guy
just-
got a-
It just look like they're going really fast in the fixed gear. It doesn't
Cat6
Oh, so
Chismes
they-
present.
you know-
it doesn't look like they're stopping and eating.
Oh, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I know what idea I got for the flyer.
Everybody's on the flyer like,
That's why everybody on the flyer.
That's the energy they came with.
Everybody on the flyer
flyers.
gonna be like this now. Like,
Yeah. You got somebody, you got the
chilling.
cat eating with the bike nearby or something.
yeah, you gonna have the bike. Word, the bike. Nobody even gonna be on the bike.
I got you better.
Just a donut.
Yeah,
no, better.
just a donut.
and a
Riding with
dumpling.
no hands, eating a donut.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Riding with his feet on the handlebars
Yeah,
and then like
eating
eating
a
a donut
donut.
and
Yeah.
dumplings, having one in each.
It's beautiful.
Don't steal that.
Or make it.
Or make it. And send it this way for free.
and then send it. Yeah,
And we'll tag the shit out of you.
yeah.
We'll promote
Or
it.
DM us at Cat6 Chismes.
I'll make a nice reel
on
about
IG.
it. Let's go.
So the dumpling on one hand, and then the donut on the other hand. It's a cat, preferably.
Foot on the handlebar.
Foot on the handlebars.
And make sure you have Mundo in there. somewhere
Second
in the back.
Ave.
Now you gotta do like a little Bronx logo or somewhere,
That's
son.
exactly-
Yeah, now we definitely got to incorporate.
Or the
'Cause
cat
he's-
gotta have like a chipped tooth. You know,
That's
so-
it.
That's
Chip
the
tooth
Bronx
cat.
touch.
Chip tooth cat.
In the Soho Stompers.
Chip tooth cat. And the Soho Stompers. That's it.
You guys got a good description. We should just type it in one of these AI programs.
yeah.
For real, yeah.
See
And it
what
was
happens.
generated
And just steal somebody's art.
for like
No.
$40.
Don't
Not
do it.
steal. Just
Nah,
the
no,
internet builds us art.
I'm just
Yes.
talking-
It is
That.
stealing. It is creative stealing in some ways, man.
Yeah,
Because it's building it's creating that off of art that exists.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
humans.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah, so it's very colonizing in some ways.
I can't front though. There's some
Sampling.
YouTube edits that I see, like MF Doom.
Sheesh.
They've made a couple AI generated MF Doom videos. Bananas.
No,
Yeah.
so no, I love the creatives. It's
Yeah.
beautiful creative,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like, what happens to artists? And that's a big aspect of something that I've always been incorporated with. I've done an art ride. I work with art organizations.
There's a lot of art in the Bronx.
Massive amounts.
Yeah,
of
you
art.
showed me some
Massive amounts of art of all types, not just street art.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all types. So that's a lifestyle for some people. The way we love that bike, there's some people that love their medium of art, and I love the fact that non-artists can enter some names or words in and get a piece of artwork done. But what happens to that person who put in 5,000 hours of school and, you know?
Yeah, there's no, how would you say it? When at the end of a book report, you had to source your
Material.
References.
Yeah, exactly where you got your shit from, man.
I'm a 3-time dropout, but I'm all right.
Three
Three times? How you
Yeah.
drop out 3 times?
You
went back in? And then you-
Yeah, well, one time I was mandated to go back in. I was too young.
Are we talking to Kanye?
Not college. 3-time high school dropout.
I'm on 1 time and that's it. I ain't go back.
I dropped out of high school like at 15.
Oh,
I was too young.
Oh, that's why they said so. You gotta go back.
I was too young, so it was like, yo, you could go to juvie or you could go to alternative high school. So I went to alternative high school, and they were like, you're gonna be in here till you're 18, so just go back to school. So I went back to school and I dropped out, and then I was like, yeah, I guess I should go back to school. And then I went back to school, and then over the summer I got a job, and this was the late 90s or mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
I was making like $350 a week working.
Wait, that's all right, though.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
amazing.
For a 17-year-old?
I became the breadwinner of my household.
That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean? Like I was like, I am never going back to school. And I never
figure
did.
out
Like, yo, I'm
way.
making money, working. Like, this
Making
is
mad
it.
bread.
That's it. I don't need to go to school.
I never went back to
Yeah.
school. I ended up getting my GED, my good enough diploma, when my son was born. Because I was like,
Kudos.
I'm a father now, and I gotta tell this kid to go to school. Let me do something so I can be like, at least I got my GED. You know?
Yeah,
Do better than me.
Yeah, at least you had that, that foresight to be like, yo, let me.
I gotta do something.
Nah, fact.
Yeah,
Yo, I got my GED.
Yeah,
Shit. So
good enough diploma.
my son going, I'm be like, look, man, you gonna have to do
you
something.
gotta at least get that.
Get
Yeah.
that, because you see, I got it right. So get it.
Get it.
You gotta set the base. You gotta set the.
you gotta have a base.
You gotta set the floor for
Yeah.
your kid, and hopefully the floor you set for your kid is higher than the floor you had.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the goal.
And we
Yo, I
keep
want my kid
building
to
that
be a
ceiling.
fucking, I don't know, do some wild shit. Like, but I expect him. I don't expect him. I expect him only because I see it in him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I'm like, yo, this kid is gonna be special as fuck.
I told someone recently. Actually, my son. My son gonna be 21 next month.
21?
He used to ride out in the group.
Yes. I think
He was like 10 years old.
Yeah,
Fixed gear
Back
riding
in
all over New York City.
That's dope.
I told him recently, I was like, yo, all I want for you is to be happy. I don't care what kind of job you got, if that's what you want to do. I don't care who you seeing or what you're doing.
Yeah.
So long as you happy and treating your body, okay. I don't care. Like, that to me is the goal. You always want more for your kid,
Always.
you know, but
Yeah.
at the end, I just want you to be happy.
Yeah, I want him to be beyond happy.
You have a
Like,
happy, healthy life.
Yeah.
you know, where
And anything he does, I don't care. But I just feel like I'm like, yo,
the potentials are crazy.
Yeah, and if he decides that he's like, yeah, I know the potential's crazy, but I'll be like, hey, bro,
You put your kid on a bike yet?
nah, hell yeah. Yo, I put him on a bike when he was like 6 months. He had the little thing that you have to like push, and then I just upgraded him, and now he's on that joint.
Okay.
I'll show you a picture after we
Okay.
get off this shit because
Beautiful.
I like.
Get off this shit.
Because not like that, bro. When I'm talking about my son, everything is that shit. You feel me? Like when I'm talking about my son,
There's no Ayo. There's no Ayo. We're talking about the kids, right?
when I'm talking, no, I know Ayo. When we talk about kids, I know Ayo.
It depends.
I mean, how crazy
You know,
you
Harlem
get?
guys love an Ayo all the time, yeah.
All the time,
Oh
bro.
shit! I feel
Oh, you hear the static?
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
Might be.
crazy.
That was my
Yeah,
bad.
that's
that was
right.
that was Mike B's.
Yo,
Dino Mike not
speaking
paying
of Harlem,
attention to
you
the
and
mics.
my brother know each other.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, good.
My brother's
good.
from Harlem.
That's right. He be riding. He be catching me around 116 and shit. Yo.
Yeah, my brother's from Harlem.
That
Two of
shit-
my brothers, I should say. But you went to school with one of them.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
older
yeah.
one.
That shit is wild, bro. Right, the connection.
I got him into bike riding.
Yes, you did.
He
Yes, you
he
did.
copped the bike a couple right around the pandemic.
Is he still riding?
Barely, but he rides. He bought his lady a bike, you know. And
Let's
he
go do
like
this.
mad people that hit me up when the pandemic hit. Yo, Ed, I want a bike and I can't. I said, I told you to buy bikes years ago.
There's nothing
Like,
out there.
So now I
Buy a
found
bike.
I had a homie who like gets these bullshit big store bikes and they fix them up and resell them. So I was like, yo, I got a plug. It's not gonna be the best bike in the world, but it's a bike that's available while
Might say
everybody is.
Magna on it.
It wasn't. It was.
I had a Magnum.
It was an old Schwinn, a store-bought Schwinn that's solid.
You might go to the Puerto Rican bike club in City Island.
I had a
Bro,
Magnum, yo.
there is a massive Puerto Rican bike club in the Bronx, but not necessarily just City Island. But they hang out in City Island.
They hang out in City Island.
Yeah, but you got to also go to St. Mary's. St. Mary's, that's
so
their
I
home
played
base.
baseball there, and I've seen them roll through.
St. Mary's is their home base. Even real talk. If you got an old Schwinn and your shit fucked up, you go to St. Mary's, one of those old heads will fix it up for you. You're gonna have to pay them, of course.
Of course.
But
cash. Only cash.
They will fix it up for you. You might be able to pay in product.
Cash App? Oh, product. Oh, shit.
Merch. You might be able to pay merch.
Bring some merch. If you got some merch with you, throw some merch at him, man.
Reminds me.
He's good. He's
say
good.
Cat6 Chismes, get 25% off.
Not at St. Mary's, though.
Not at St. Mary's. No, won't get 25. No.
Not get 25% off.
They're gonna look at you like you're crazy.
They're going to charge you an extra 25 if I walk in.
Papi, ¿qué es eso?
¿Qué chisme de quién?
Mira, esto está aquí. 25. Vete para allá.
You want me to fix the bike or not?
Este maricón está hablando de gato, chisme de gato.
Chimoso.
Chisme de gato.
We in there, bro. Yo, what are you gonna do this year in cycling?
Well, no, yeah. I'm sorry, but do you have any other events that you're trying to host besides BRONX Thanksgiving?
I do mad events besides BRONX Thanksgiving.
Like cycling events?
Yeah.
So which ones?
So
that's
I'm also so there's a lot of stuff that I don't lead, but I might be like part of the organizing behind and shit like that where I'm involved with.
Yeah.
So I started doing an annual May ride because it's a little bit of kind of like fuck the 5 Borough Bike Tour, because the 5 Borough Bike Tour don't spend no more than like 5 minutes in the Bronx.
That's kind of like the marathon.
Exactly, but I'm working on the 5 Borough Bike Tour people because I got contacts at Bike New York.
Throwing elbows in those emails.
No, just
Put up a detour.
Well, this the shit. They blame it NYPD. And I spoke to someone at NYPD, and NYPD told me that's bullshit.
Yeah, you see? You can just talk to people.
I spoke to elected officials, and they're like, yo, we would love to have the bike tour come deeper into the Bronx.
No disrespect,
That's
bro.
dope.
Mundo got Karen energy in those emails.
I wouldn't
You
say...
gonna come for your neck in those
I
emails.
wouldn't... No.
Damn representative.
Respectfully.
No. I don't got Karen energy. What I do got is I got the street smarts. Real talk. I bring the streets into those spaces.
And that's beautiful.
Whereas like one, I'm a voting constituent. 2, here's who I got behind me. I got no problem name dropping nonprofits and people that I'm fucking with. And according to your whatever on your website, your bio, you claim to be working with community members. Who are they? Can I see them? Does your board reflect the community that you serve?
Oh, he does his homework.
Yeah, you start kind of putting them in a position where it's like, yo, I gotta fuck with you.
Yeah.
I gotta fuck with you. But
It's like somebody being like, yo, let me get your space for 5 hours or something.
Exactly. So with Bike New York, I legit asked them like, yo, what's up? Why are you not coming up here? And they just quickly blame NYPD. So I was at the Tour de Bronx, and there was a NYPD captain there. And I was like, yo, you know about the Tour de Bronx? About the Bike New York? He was like, yeah. And then I was like, yo, I heard they want to come into the Bronx, and y'all stopping them. And he was like, nah, I'm part of that committee. He says, we're not. Now, he could be lying to me. He could be both-faced lying to me, which I wouldn't doubt. It's a cop, But I was like, all right, cool. So now what I started doing, I started getting elected officials involved. And someone's going to have to tell the truth.
Well,
is it Bike New York? Is it NYPD? If the elected officials want this ride to go further, then it should happen.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So, hopefully, yeah.
So I got a summer ride. I did this year for the first time, we did a beach ride. It was a collaboration between me, BX Girl Bike Gang, and As Long As You Can Pedal, my homie Jesse.
Okay.
We're going to be bringing that back every year. It's going to be August.
What beach?
Come on, baby. It's only one beach, baby.
Ocha Beach.
It's only Ocha. We're going to go to Ocha.
Ocha
Take the
Beach.
6 train, you Brooklyn motherfuckers.
Ocha Beach. I have a really horrible traumatic story on Ocha Beach, but that's a
I'm
different
pretty
day.
sure you do, but
Go
you
ahead.
also probably have some amazing memories and visuals.
That was the only one.
Bro,
I
my
think.
man, there's nothing like seeing like an overage person in some skimpy beach clothing drunk. That's beautiful, man.
Around the orange tan.
Well, yeah. That person happened to be my dad's uncle.
And he had a bikini or a thong on, right? I'm pretty sure.
He had some Speedo shit on. And then my little brother got lost. And I was like, oh, shit. My little brother was like 2 years old. It was like, it was crazy.
So what I love about Ocha Beach is definitely a vibe.
Scary.
It's different. You're not at the Rockaways. You're not at Coney Island.
It is different.
It's a different vibe. And it depends what time of year you go. But in the summer, it's a bunch of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and everybody else. There's mad salsa, there's mad beer. But what's beautiful about it, so with the ride, what we did was we stopped off at City Island. I
love City Island though.
City Island's great.
Hoops in the sun.
So my homie calls it the Hood Hamptons.
I love City Island.
That's what City Island is.
The Hood Hamptons is the Hood Hamptons.
One way in, one way out.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're gonna be eating a bunch of pretentious folks. You know. So then the shit that I love about Orchard is that you got hiking trails there, like world class hiking trails, and most people don't even know that.
That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. Yeah,
absolutely. There's mad wildlife there. They was trying to bring a skate park there, but I think it got shut down.
To Orchard Beach?
Yeah, but
that sounds dope.
It did, but it was like, are you gonna build a skate park there and not one in the hood? So we were like, can you build the one in the hood first?
Yeah.
Because you gotta think about it. Orchard Beach, no, that's a different one.
Okay.
Shout out to that one and Mulally folks.
Yeah.
Brendan Vale that turned a skate park into a bike park. That's a beautiful thing that they're doing on that side of the Bronx, and they have an annual youth jam.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah, yo,
sure.
It's beautiful, especially for your photography.
Thank you.
It's a great way to go and kind of snap some great action shots of people who look like us on bikes.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
You see kids doing wild tricks. And it's like, yo, when I was 7 years old, I wasn't able to do this because I didn't have access, space, means.
Me either, yeah.
And you seeing these little hood boogers pulling up on some dope ass little rides and doing tricks. Man.
I tried to pop a wheelie and almost broke my head open. Yeah,
bro, they have like 6-year-old girls.
Yeah.
Yo, tearing it up, making the crowd go crazy, man.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But then there's a lot of events. So Cranksgiving, Summer Ride. I do like just shit depending on my schedule and availability. If someone wants to link or collab, like if an organization. Recently, I did a garden ride with Green Thumb. They support all the community gardens in the hood.
That's dope.
And they were like, yo, we need to highlight our community gardens more in Soundview. So they were like, we know you the head to talk to for Soundview.
I used to live. That's where I used to live.
What up, Mo?
That's what they said. Nobody ever said that to me when I was over there.
Yeah, I think that's
chilling in the project.
I mean, no, I was not chilling in the project. I was
Soundview PJs are crazy, man.
Yo,
I'd probably say top.
I mean, I live right next to him, but
I'd probably say they were probably top 10 most dangerous in New York City.
Really? I used to ride by there all the time.
Soundview PJs ain't no joke.
I used to ride by there all the time.
Thank God I got a jump shot.
And I used to ride by there like late at night.
Peter Guns from out there.
Yeah? Oh, Peter Gunn, he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah. Great reputation, right?
Yeah. He had the dirtiest feet on television, remember? Like,
I don't.
Man.
I didn't watch those programs.
YouTube Peter Gunn's dirty feet. Oh, crazy. It was crazy, bro. That means one or two things. Nobody washes your floor?
Oh, you was walking in the train.
Oh, you was just walking barefoot for mad long.
Outside.
You went to go get your mail and shit.
I was one of those kids when I was young.
I can't believe that.
Me too. I'm Dominican.
What?
Yeah, nigga.
Jay lived in Harlem. It was dangerous.
You would have got stuck by some needles. I lived in Queens. It was clean.
I lived in the South Bronx, but my block.
So when we grew up, 90s.
I'm a little older than you.
I'm 43. Right, but it's still 90s.
You got like a couple years on me.
Yeah, right? It's still 90s.
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s. All the streets were not like now. They weren't all paved.
Hell no.
So how are you walking barefoot on unpaved streets?
Is that like pavement's a requirement to be barefoot?
That's like jagged rocks. Maybe.
Well, I didn't have jagged rocks in my neighborhood. I don't know about Harlem.
Whoa. I seen the Bronxes
homeless
burning.
people sharpening the sidewalk.
I seen the Bronxes burning.
I didn't say they were burnt. I did not say that they weren't burnt down, destroyed buildings in the Bronx.
Oh, you live in Riverdale.
But you know what's sad though? You know what's crazy? When I've been looking to move, and that was actually a neighborhood I was looking to, I'm like, have I gotten to that point in my life?
Yes.
And I kind of am, but I don't want to deal with the white people that
But
much.
you want to move to Westchester.
Yo, we ain't that bad.
No.
Forget.
No, but it's...
Yo, I'm chilling. I'm cool.
Yo, man, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. I got white ancestors. So
Me too.
we all do. You from the Caribbean, you got them.
Yeah.
But it's not... You're right. They're not all bad, but the energy that's up there is also not all welcoming.
Nope.
And like they seem to forget, like if I'm living here, it's because I can afford to live here.
Exactly.
So some folks, you know, like, and I hate to turn into
that
this,
classism
but
set in.
I was gonna say that's exactly. So
I'm just
it
fucking
goes-
with you.
it
I
goes-
get very
no,
few
I know you
chances.
are.
But it's starting to even out with white jokes to minority jokes. It's starting to be 50-50, and I'm catching up. I'm about to start making them out in public and just be like, boy.
Oh, you gotta get snuffed in the Bronx.
Don't go to the Bronx with that energy.
Well, also, I haven't made it out to the
Don't go to
Cranksgiving
the Bronx.
event yet.
Don't go to
so.
Soundview with that energy. What up, Mo? Like, yo, what up,
What up,
Mo?
boy?
Hey, I be like, hey. I'll be getting my
but
bacon, egg, and cheese.
no,
Like,
there's some whiteheads in Soundview. They're all fiends, but
yeah,
there's some
I
whiteheads in
seen them.
Soundview.
I seen them.
Yeah.
I seen them
On the
yo,
6 train.
I was there
Hello, how
for
are you?
almost 2 years, but
Yeah. Yo, we got a ferry there now.
I know that I didn't get to experience that
It's
when I was
beautiful.
there.
I love it.
Oh, is
There's
it?
mad anti-ferry people. I'm all for the ferry.
Yeah, I'm one of them too. Yeah, what's
yeah.
wrong with the ferry?
I ride my bike
The
to the
fuck
ferry,
is this boat?
and I'm
ferry?
downtown in like less than an hour, chilling. No, nothing.
I like the
Breeze.
ferry,
I could
bro.
drink a beer. They sell beer. Like ferry's
You can bring your
great.
bike.
Right, bro. I've been
That's
wanting to
fucking
do
cool.
and I've been wanting. Don't steal this. I've been wanting to do this ride.
Stolen.
I know it's already stolen.
He's
I've
on
been-
fire.
For somebody from Queens, that's gonna be the sad
Posting.
part too.
I know, right? Yeah,
Please send him on.
yeah, but look. I wanted to do this ride where it's not even a ride. We just ride to the ferry. We get on the ferry with the bikes, and we let the shit take us to every fucking stop till
So you
back to
wanna
the
do-
stop that
Well,
I'm
once-
supposed to go to.
Once it goes one way,
that's it,
you
right?
it's like the bus. You got to get off.
All right, so then I'll just do that. I didn't figure it out yet. I didn't know.
I don't get off on the bus.
I didn't know the logistics of the way that the shit goes. So forget it. I'll get back to that.
I look at the next
Nah, but
bus
you can do
driver
that,
like, you know what this
But I
is.
want some like ferry ride
But just
shit.
be mindful. I think
Yeah.
they have a bike limit.
What? Oh,
You
for it to
stage
be a
it.
ride.
You stage it.
Yeah.
The Fast Five go out
Yeah.
front, and they just get lost, and then you
Yeah,
just...
yeah.
So let me tell you, boat people with bikes, they're not. I took the stand on the ferry last
Yo,
year.
I've never been
and-
on the Stand on the ferry.
Oh, what? It's
No,
dope. I've
never
done it
been on
mad
that.
times. Yeah.
So they're
it's
gonna
all
look
right.
at you
It's
and
like
be
30
like,
minutes.
Yo, they look at us like
I hear it's the great best way to see the Statue of Liberty.
it's nice.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's fun,
yeah,
nice,
yeah.
and then you
I've
pick the
never been on
right,
it. I've been to Staten Island, but never on the ferry.
Yeah. If the
I drove both times.
if the weather's right,
and you go during the golden hours.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Okay.
Set your proposal.
But yo, it's
there.
like half an hour. Like you
That's
on that
all right.
bitch for half an hour,
got
and it's
time.
big as shit.
But I will tell you,
Big as shit.
it's a half
Hey,
an hour.
yo,
but
it's
then
a half
you know,
hour.
It's big as shit.
It sounds like a great time.
It's per hour? What is this?
we're not charging. This is free.
It sounds like a great time, man.
Pause.
I'm interested, Gabe.
If Mike said pause, you know it's a fucking problem.
I was gonna tell you, get off the boat and get some pizza while you wait for the next ferry. All right, Staten
But it's a
Island.
brewery, so I'm gonna
Yes.
throw this idea out there. I don't give a fuck if someone takes
Yeah,
it.
you want somebody to take
No,
it.
I don't, because I'm actually gonna do this
Okay,
next. I'm gonna
Don't
do this.
email.
I'm gonna do this year, but this is gonna be my receipt that I said it first.
Okay.
Put it on
I
watch.
like that.
I'm gonna do a 5 brewery ride.
Ooh.
Yeah, please. Could I go?
Absolutely, we'll start in Staten Island because I heard there's literally a brewery right next to the ferry. That'll be the
Perfect.
meetup spot, so it's a little easier.
Perfect.
And then from there, we'll ferry it back to Manhattan. We'll hit up Brooklyn, Queens, and of course, we'll be ending in the Bronx.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
If you can add any more 5 and B's into that name and just make it like 5B, 5B, B, 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 5B, B.
Well,
I would go to that ride in a heartbeat.
Oh.
Longest fucking sticker in the world.
all my rides are 420 friendly.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yup. All rides too.
Yeah, and it's always food involved.
Yes.
You know.
No, food is
Made
amazing
with
too.
love.
And you know good food. So
Yeah. Sometimes I even give out free coquita. I was gonna bring some for y'all,
I
but
was gonna ask you even before the holidays because I know your mom be making coquito, right?
yeah, my 76-year-old mother.
Yo.
It's a very old recipe.
Yo,
Listen, real talk. I had a
want-
bottle for y'all.
Oh,
And,
yeah, I need that.
and I had a bottle for
I
y'all.
might ride to the Bronx for that.
And my mom's best customer hit me up last night and was like, "Yo, I need a bottle of coquito."
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I text my
No,
mom.
I'm not mad at that.
No, so I text my
Yeah.
mom and I was like, "Yo, such and such needs some coquito." And she's like, "Oh well, I'm actually done for the season. I'm not gonna make no more." So I was like,
February.
"Shit, I'm gonna have to give them the Cat6 Chismes bottle."
Oh, and she's done for the season.
Yeah.
Does it have a sticker on it?
And she's done.
No, but that's why I brought beers and cigars.
Oh,
Hey, man, no, hey,
Yo,
no way.
next year I need the coquito, bro. I was gonna ask you for it from before, like I said, but I forgot to hit you up, and I was gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, I know your mom makes
Summer
it. Like,
season.
let me know how much it is. I'll get 2. Like, I want it. Yo,
Yeah,
I need it
coquito's
next
fire.
year. I need it next year. I
See,
need it.
got
Like,
you.
put me in the fucking
Just
list.
give me
like,
3 days notice because
Yeah.
she makes it fresh for each person.
I was gonna tell you bring it
I
to the
want the
5BB,
can I give you the money, like-
5BB tour.
I'm about to pay for it now.
You're gonna get diarrhea on that ride. We're gonna be drinking beers and drinking mad coconut cream.
Hey, it's okay.
I like coconut
All the
cream.
breweries have a bathroom.
That shit good. Coconut cream is
Pay in
good.
advance.
You know what's crazy? I don't drink coquito. I don't like coconut.
I think you told me that.
Yeah, I flip it.
Which is
I'm a
crazy to me.
I'm a crazy coquito hustler, but I don't drink that
Son,
shit. Don't
I-
get high
Texture.
on supplies.
Yeah, the texture.
Ocho
that-
Beach is coquito.
Nah, you're not bringing that to the summer. That shit.
Nah, that shit
Run out.
You gotta bring milk to
That's
the
like the
summer.
pink
You
sauce.
gotta bring
Oh,
light
that's true.
beers or
Yeah,
nutcrackers
you're
if
right.
you're willing to.
Yeah,
if you're willing to
nutcrackers are
drink
popular.
somebody's nutcracker that.
Hey.
Nutcrackers.
Yeah.
If you just
I'm
bring
not
a
drinking
nutcracker,
nobody's
nutcracker there,
nutcracker.
nutcracker
I buy them all the time at Bergen
Nutcracker
Beach. I'm
here,
fine
nutcracker
with
there.
that. Or Brighton
I-
Beach,
I'm
rather.
so scared to buy
Brighton.
nutcrackers
Brighton
of the
Beach
street.
would be.
So scared. I don't know. They're
Brighton
putting
Beach.
fentanyl and everything.
It's a brighter beach than Orchard Beach.
It is.
Yep. Just
is.
a bunch of Ukrainians and
There's a bunch of
Russians.
people.
You know what I like
rushing.
about Brighton Beach? It's dog friendly.
It is.
It is. It is.
Even if the rules say they aren't,
Yeah,
it's still
it's-
dog
it
friendly.
doesn't matter. They're coming on
Well, I
there.
don't know about my skin complexion, but it's one of the few beaches that are dog
I
friendly.
would not call you a dog, dude. That's fine. That's rude of yourself.
But there will be a shootout.
Where?
At
Yeah, there's
Brighton?
always a
Brighton
shootout.
Beach?
They
Yeah.
bust?
Yeah, they bust at Brian.
Oh, I'm good then. I don't need to go to
bust
Brighton
back,
Beach.
son.
That's why I go early.
That's
From
why-
the Bronx, son.
That's why I go.
dogs, but yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's why. That's why being from Queens, we do shit like we go to Jones Beach. You
I
feel
love
me?
Jones.
Yeah.
Which section?
Everyone knows
The section that I can
Jones
ride my bike to be
But which
honest.
section?
Okay.
The closest section to the bike,
No,
Okay.
the stadium
like the first?
section.
I do section 6.
which is like all the way at the end, right? Oh, that's the first.
No, the first is 2. It's 2. The hood section is 4 because that's the one that don't ever close.
I don't like
You
that
would
shit.
get that
fucking
anytime.
I don't want the
Right
hood
in the
section.
middle.
And you gotta go under. You the section 4? Yeah, you see.
Oh, fuck out of here.
So I used to like that when I was in my 20s.
So that's Coney. That's Orchard Beach.
Coney Island vibes. That's
Yeah,
what, so when I was in my
yeah.
20s, because section 4, you get to like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You know the sun will go out to 8. So
Yeah,
you chilling all
so you
day,
chilling.
getting twisted, hollering at shorties from other groups. You know, but I'm older now.
Section 6 is like
Section is
you gotta go early.
Section 6 is closed by like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's me with a bunch
By
of.
11.
Yeah.
You pulling up.
It's-
Because you gotta get there by 11, right? Type shit.
I'm at the beach at 7 o'clock in the morning. So
Do you
Oh,
buy the
shit.
pass?
if you're tired, you go to sleep. Absolutely, because
You
if
buy
you
the
go
parking pass,
if you
right?
go more than 3 times, you already paid
like
for
that
it.
shit. If you tired, go to sleep.
So you tired? You at the beach? Go to fucking sleep.
You're at the beach, right?
Go to sleep.
wouldn't you
Just-
just,
just
Why
make-
would you sleep in? Just wake up.
Go to the beach.
If you don't want to make your own sandwich, buy some cold cut shit in the bodega. And when we get to the beach, the first thing I do is crack my beers or some rum. And by 9:30, I am
I
shit
gotta
faced
go to the
drunk.
beach with you, bro.
9:30, we shit faced drunk. And guess what you do? You just rest and sober up the rest of the day.
And listen to
when
Mark
you gonna
Anthony all day.
Yo, all right, so two
You know I'm
things.
not a fan of his music, bro.
Good. Yeah.
Good, me either.
Yeah.
I'm a
Santa
fake
Cruz.
I'm a fake Puerto Rican
Shut
from
up,
the
nigga.
Bronx, son. I'm not a fan of.
But you have, so
Yeah, I'm Dominican.
Dominican. But yo, two things: the coquito, and whenever you go to the beach,
I got you.
Need that.
Zone 6, section
'Cause
6.
obviously he over here getting fucking lit at the
yo,
beach, and I'm with the early morning shit.
Actually,
I'm with.
he been with me to the beach.
X10 Joe. We in there.
I rode to the beach once.
Not drunk,
Jones
9
Beach.
o'clock in the morning. We shit faced drunk. And then we just eat and
beautiful.
sober up the rest of the day.
Drink, yeah, just
See, this is what I hate, bro. When we talk to New York niggas, like real New York niggas, because like I don't ever want to end these conversations, and like we are at the limit.
Wait, are
And-
we?
Yeah, bro.
We at 120.
Yeah.
oh shit.
And see, that's what
It
it
didn't even
is.
seem like it. I'm talking about mans, you know. You feel
exactly.
me? So like,
when
it's like
when it's Mundo, when
And
it's
there's a lot we
Rigo,
ain't talk about, but it's all right.
yeah,
no. We could right before. We still got a little bit of time for the
He's
break.
like,
We got time.
you still gotta show them shit off your phone after, you know, after this
Oh, that's
shit.
after this shit. I don't even mean like that. I love it here. I love it.
Nah, this is dope. I'm glad this is back.
Yeah.
I
Hell
really
yeah.
am.
I like, yo, it's
You know what I love about this? A chance to get to know people. That for me is clutch. That's actually why I do a lot of stuff that I do. A lot of us have gripes and complaints about how things are around us, but we're not doing nothing about it. And one of the ways about building or having shit is by knowing who we are. You know, we
get
don't
it.
got to agree on everything, but if we both want
that's a
this
fact.
one thing, we could work towards that.
that's what I hate. This community is like, yo, you gotta be on my team. Everything gotta
I
be
don't
viewed
gotta be
my
on
way.
your team. I could fuck with you and not be on your team. And
That ass.
everybody's copacetic, but a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people are like, oh, you fuck with him, I can't fuck with you. That's it. That's so corny. Then go that way. You're a person I don't want to deal with in the first place. Then like a person that is that closed minded that because I agree with somebody maybe on one thing that they said or whatever, this person, or maybe I don't agree on shit. Maybe I'm just cool with them on a different level. Like it's, now I can't.
I'm cool with people that are total assholes. You know,
Me too.
Like,
I'm an asshole.
but it's like my personal relationship. They aren't an asshole with me. You know, and maybe I'm the voice of reason for them.
You curbed it.
You know, but that's what I'm saying.
With them.
Yeah, maybe I'm the voice of reason for them to get them where you think they should be, if that's what they want to do with their life. You know, but
That's a New York skill though. Just like learning how to just like fuck with crazy people to the point where they're just completely normal.
Yeah,
I worked
No
on
man, I see those wolves crossing the street too, dude. Yeah, and he's like, all right, cool, man.
You don't want to get hurt.
Have a
So
good
you
day.
just like,
Yeah, thanks.
yo,
you're totally safe.
you like, Yeah, nah, I feel you. Yeah, that shit crazy. Anybody anytime come up to me, yeah, that shit crazy. Yeah.
I got changed. My bad.
Yeah, that shit
Keep it
crazy.
moving.
Nah, I give change sometimes.
I don't get
But if I
nobody.
got changed.
You know what's crazy about the change shit? I'm half and half. Like
I'll
this
give you-
time,
I want these quarters, but
nah. Well, yeah, the quarters.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of a dick in the aspect. I need a performance.
I give it to Showtime. Any Showtime performer.
I need a dance, a song.
I'm not
let me
mad
see a
at that.
backflip.
I'm not mad at that.
Yo,
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not saying you don't need this.
Yeah.
But why you?
Yeah. Why should I just give it to you?
Just because you asked?
I mean,
I'm
I do it to my
50-50.
coffee every time.
Yeah.
I'm
Just like,
50-50,
thanks.
bro.
Give it to a
And I look
doctor.
out like, yo, I give in so many other ways. I'm good. Like, I'm
Yeah,
all
that's
right
true.
now.
Nah, but I like drive, right? And I'll drive and I'll stop at a spot, right before I'm about to get on the highway. And there'll be
knock on
somebody.
the window.
Nah, they don't even knock. If they knock, you're not getting nothing. You knock,
Don't touch my car.
You knock, you already fucked up. Why would you knock?
Yo, there's a dude in
I
my
see you.
Yo, bro, there's a dude in my hood who got on a construction outfit
Oh,
Knock?
and an empty red gas tank. And he pretends that he ran out of gas and he needs money to get gas.
oh shit. He's
Good for
smart.
him, man. Hustle.
He makes like $100 a day.
Good for
bro.
him. Because somebody gives him gas
You still
eventually.
believe
Money.
that story? Good.
Bro, but you know
Give
what
him
he
a
does?
dollar.
He does different highway ramps every day. So the people who are not regulars
This dude,
just fall for it.
this fucking
This
guy.
guy's caking, bro.
Nah, he making his money.
He got a hard hat, a vest, everything, and an
Respect the
empty
hustle.
gasoline tank. And he just look. He's like,
That's
I
like
ran out
$40.
of gas. And people be like, just giving him bread. I'm like, oh my god,
And that's it. That's his
Got
pay.
him.
That's his salary right there.
got him. He probably lives mad cheap with the rent. Got the crazy disability check. Sometimes I get salty, son.
Sometimes I get salty.
I don't know. I got a disability.
Yeah, you're like, where the fuck my check at? I got a disability too,
Not even
goddammit.
to be that way, right? Not even to be that way.
No.
But yo,
Whoever needs a check needs a check.
motherfuckers work hard, yo, constantly.
Truth.
Constantly. And then
I've been working a long
That's
time.
why, that's why sometimes I don't give my money, man.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
fuck
bro.
out of here.
I'm like,
bro.
yo, I haven't slept in like 3 days for this bread, and you want it without even a dance or a song.
Word.
And
If
I
you
know that
knock on
sounds
my
fucked
window,
up.
you're not getting no fucking
It's
money.
It's not fucked up because they got some fresh Jordans on.
Or if
bro.
you do
Fuck
this
outta
shit,
here.
That's
like-
the other one, yeah.
Like if you're like, yo, give me. I'm like,
And I've been homeless.
Nah, you ain't even
as
let
a
me.
kid, as a youth, I was homeless, which what made me have that sympathetic connection to Thanksgiving.
Right.
But nah, I need a song or a dance. This is New York City.
I need a song.
I need a song and dance. Nah, you know what? Next time I'm at the fucking, I'm stopped at the thing.
Don't
and
ask them, because that's some Karen shit. Don't ask them to do a song.
Excuse
and
me,
dance.
sir.
So now,
Sing me a song and you will win
Please
this dollar.
perform.
Wait, no. I wasn't gonna say it like that. First off, I wasn't gonna say.
I don't know. You gave me. I'm gonna ask you to dance energy.
I mean, I would have said but not like that. I would have been like, so what you gonna do for this fucking
his
dollar?
feet.
that sounds crazy suspect. What are you gonna do for this dollar?
So what you doing for this fucking dollar?
I'm doing
Like,
something strange
implications.
for a piece of change.
so what you want for these 75 cents though? What you doing?
That's crazy.
Nah,
man.
listen.
I saw it in your face, man.
Your face. Strip club bombs? Is that what I gave off? Did I give that off?
GTA.
I gave
vibes,
Pulls out like 20 of
What was
them.
the strip club under the Queensboro Bridge? What was that? Runway 69?
Scandals.
Scandals.
It was under
Don't
a
ask
few
me
names, but definitely
how I
Scandal.
know that.
It's constantly in
Or is
the
that the
news.
one that's there?
It's
I don't know.
No, Scores.
Was it? No,
No,
Scores
Scores
before-
that's
it was
my
before-
hand bridge. No, that's a Queensboro bridge.
That's the one. Which
59th.
one was the hood one? Scandals.
They all-
Scandals. Right?
Scandals.
No, Scores. Who?
Perfections.
It's
You have too many strip club different names, or you're just naming really good
Yo,
adjectives.
did you ever get to go to Mr. Oz Wedge in the Bronx?
I didn't, no, that's the W.
Huh?
It's called the W, right? Or
I don't
some
know. It's on Hunts Point Avenue.
Yeah,
What's the one on Steinway?
I've only been to one strip club my whole life.
Which one? Sue's?
No, there's
The one we're talking about. in
Riviera's.
Queens.
Okay.
Riviera. No, the Riviera's on Steinway. Me and Cisco one time.
Oh, can you tell the story?
I'm gonna tell the story real quick before we go. This is an amazing story. I'll never forget it. It was on a Tuesday.
And then we all
Will Cisco be okay with the story being told?
I hope so, Cisco. You know that I got a loose tongue, bro. So I'm just gonna talk my shit, bro.
Yo, Cisco,
Cisco, not like that.
And the way he looked.
I got a loose tongue.
You know I got a loose tongue.
Stop doing shrooms, bro. Stop doing shrooms.
I think we're out of time, folks.
Yeah, we see y'all next week.
Nah, look. It's a good story.
Production meeting.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
And if anything, we'll ask him.
Will his relationship be fine?
Nah, he's fine. He's fine.
New point of view.
This is a long time ago. I'm not gonna say when it was, but it was on a Tuesday.
Everyone experiments in college. It's fine.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
Hey, I ain't
Look,
going nowhere. I just went to a gentleman's club.
no, look, it was a Tuesday, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is when we used to work together at a bike stop, right? So, I was working at bike stop. It was Carlos. Shout out to Carlos also, who used to work at bike stop. He was the mechanic. He was get married, and so Cisco was like, "Yo, like he's gonna have a bachelor party, right? Like maybe we should do some recon." And I'm like, "What you mean?" And he's like, and it was a Tuesday. He's like, "Yo, like." We should just go to Riviera and see how it is, because if we're gonna take him to the Riviera, I was like,
Great
you know
excuse.
what? I said, you know what, bro? That sounds good. Like we should do that,
This dude.
That's a producer.
right?
That's a producer.
Right. So he's like, so I'm like, you know what? I'm with the shits. At that point in my life, I was with the shits 100% of the time.
And he said, we close recon.
So I said, all right, so what we gonna do? So, but that's not where. So he's like, yo, we're gonna go. We got off for work, and then he's like, yo, but before we go, let's take a dab. Now, I've never taken a dab before that point, so I was like, "Oh shit! All right, yeah, I'm with it. I'm
West
right.
Coast people.
I'm
Shout
with
out to the West.
Yo, shout out to the West. So Cisco's like, "Yo, yeah, you know how to take?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." Bro, we take this shit. It felt like I smoked 8 blunts in one second, bro. Like I was just it just hit me like I was like a ton of bricks. I was like, no. I was like, bro, I'm gone. I was like, what are we doing? I was like, we're still going to the Riviera. He's like, yeah, we're going to Riviera.
I can't do this.
At that point, nah, but I was like, fuck it, we out. At that point, right before we left, I had the Cinelli bike, the work frame. We both had the work frame, but my
we better talk bikes. My bad.
Yeah, my bad. My work frame's name was Selena, right? So I named her Selena. Okay. Like after Selena. Like I do anything for Selenas. Right. So it was and then Cisco's bike's name, he had a work frame too, was I think Juanita or some shit like that,
so
right?
Were working it.
Yeah, we was working these bitches.
Just riding.
Nah, so
The work frame.
So he gives me, but I say that to say, right before we leave, after we do this big ass dab, he fucking pulls out a fucking Selena DVD copy, like the movie
Anything for
with
Selena.
Jennifer Lopez on the front, right?
The real Selena.
Nah, she ain't the real Selena. Watch your fucking mouth, bro. She ain't the real. Selena is the real Selena, bro. Alright?
Damn.
Okay,
I didn't know you was that serious about this.
No, yeah, I always get feedback.
Is she Dominican, Gabe?
She's Mexican, bro.
I know,
but
but why
she
you
the
so
real-
tight, man?
Because she the real Selena, nigga. You can't talk about the real Selena like that.
Yeah,
Talk about-
didn't you see that Jennifer Lopez movie about the real Selena?
I think this is some Dominican Puerto Rican beef energy right here. I don't know.
I'm just saying. No, what are you saying? If a Dominican would have played it, I would have been okay with it.
Yeah,
no.
I think so. I think it would have been totally cool with a Dominican playing Selena. I think you mad because it was a Puerto
Toquisha?
Rican.
No, I like J-Lo. She cool.
But she's not the real Selena.
She's definitely not. But look, he gives me a fucking DVD copy of the fucking Selena, and I say, yo, bro, this is really weird and thoughtful because, like, I don't know what to do with this now. Like, I named my bike Selena.
You my boy, and
Shout out
you
to
should leave
West
for 10
Coast
minutes.
energy. Man.
I was like, yo, I named my bike Selena, but it wasn't that. So I took it and put it in the spokes, like, because I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna put this. And we rode to Riviera. We get to Riviera. We lock up our bikes. We go inside.
You requested Selena from the DJ.
Nah. We go inside.
She's
and then
the
they're
DJ.
like, yo, what do you guys got? Because we had like rent shit on us. We have our fanny
Yo, that
pack.
happened to me. They don't let you go in with some bike tools.
They were like, yo, you can't come in here with your fucking wrench and your and a tube.
And like, yo, what do you think I'm gonna do? Like, insert that happened to me.
And I'm like, bro, I'm not. I look at me. I ride. I lock my bike outside, bro.
Right
like, yeah, like you saw me, like whatever.
Yankee Stadium didn't want to let me in with a bike pump.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What am I gonna do with a bike pump?
Yo, right. So we go in. We
Blow
start
some
getting
shit
lit.
up.
We start getting lit at the strip club.
What you do with your tools?
I forgot what we did, but we definitely. I
hit him under the planter in the front of the strip club.
My tools. It wasn't that serious.
Cisco knows how he does it.
I gave him to Cisco. That was it. I got him at the end of the night. All right, I don't know what happened. No, look, we went inside. We went inside.
You know, there's non-New Yorkers who don't know what booth means. Right?
That's crazy. Well, I'm not gonna get into that because this is not that type of podcast. So I'm not gonna get into that.
Everyone got Urban Dictionary.
Look
it's
at your
fine.
jail podcast for that shit. But fucking so we end up whatever. And Cisco, you know, he's with the shit. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I get escorted away, cause you know I'm like lit and dabbed out and like I'm in the strip club, bro. No cap. And yo, I'm sorry, but
Spent like $8.
when my girl here, when my baby mom.
Nah, but they fold in half, so it's 16.
Listen, I only had look.
He's holding the bill like that. You don't let it leave.
Hold on, before I continue this conversation. I don't want my shorty to get mad later, like, you're talking about you.
This is like a decade ago.
This is before you.
Yeah, this is before everybody.
This is before you.
They're not even
and I was single as fuck.
Do you understand? None of our partners.
They don't even care, right?
They don't even
Your
care.
game was like this. You gotta come
I
get
was
this.
worse than that. I was worse than that. So now that I did that disclaimer, now that I can talk freely, I'm like, yo, I go, this all that Venezuelan chick comes up to me. She thick as fuck, bro. So I'm like, oh my God, right? I'm like,
You high as fuck.
I'm gone. I'm like, yo. And she's like, oh, ¿quiere papi entrar aquí? I'm like, yeah, we fucking going there. That's cool. What's up? Yo. And then she's like, oh, ¿puedo traer mi amiga? I'm like, yo, fuck that. Yeah, like, bring her. Like, we in here. Yo, we go in there, we chilling, they dancing and shit, right? They doing their little thing.
$300 later.
And she's like, ¿qué te pasa? Whatever. I'm like, I'm chopped, baby. Like, yo, I'm gone right now. Like, I'm high off that shit. I don't know what to tell you. She's like, oh yeah. And then she starts telling me about her friend, the other stripper that's like dancing. She's like dancing. And then this bitch is sitting next to me telling me about her. Like,
yo, we take Bitcoin.
she's like, nah, she's bad. She be doing mad coke. I'm like, I don't care. Why are you not dancing? Like,
On me.
Did you pay though?
yeah, I paid.
You have to pay. Once
I
you
already
get into
paid
the
before
room.
you even go in. You pay.
How much was it?
It was like almost $200. You know what I mean?
For her to
got
tell
me.
you.
Yo,
For her to tell you
I was
about
18
life.
years old. I went to a strip club in Times Square. And this was like beginning Disney.
That sounds crazy
It was
already.
beginning Disney. Like Disney was like
Just moving in.
the seedy Times Square was gone, and this was like the last
So red light
Straight
district's about to leave.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
Disney's
as
approaching.
Disney's. Yeah, so this is like the last strip club that's left there. You know, maybe because of their lease or whatnot.
Just one X.
It was all new.
Oh, so you got the Copa.
It was all new. I think it was Runway 69 actually. I remember the old Copa. I'm that old.
I'm that.
Yeah, for real, B.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm in there and I'm 18, so I'm wasted on my own. And it was this crazy Eastern European woman who was just washed. She was zooted, drunk, she was everything. Her body was trash.
Oh,
And
man.
she literally spent the whole 2 hours I was in there, she literally spent next to me trying to convince me to go into the VIP room.
You didn't go.
And then my mom, I'm like, I'm from the Bronx, son. You know how many bad shorties there are up there? Why would I want to go to the VIP with your like this man Donya's who look fly as fuck up there, son. And I want to go in there with your wash that, son.
She said, listen, there's things I could do
She's
that
like,
they
I do
can never.
anything.
That experience.
You can have anything. She was smoking a cigarette. You could smoke back in those days. I was like,
Oh my
and it
God.
kind of scared me away. Cause I was like,
It's too thirsty.
this is wild. I'm
No,
good.
that's
I don't-
scary.
I don't need downtown strip clubs. I'm gonna stay in the hood.
No, that's scary.
Yeah.
Yo, let's because we gotta start getting out of here. I just wanna point out also that he brought us some Bronx Thanksgiving stickers. You feel me?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
You
up.
feel me? So
You got any idea when the 2023
Yeah,
Thanksgiving?
it's the same time every year. It's the second Saturday of November, or two weeks before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We don't change hours. The New York City one is the week before. Brooklyn does what it wants.
Always.
So, you know, I'll say that, and you can interpret that for whatever you want it to be.
Take
that how you want.
Queens started a Cranksgiving.
They did.
Who runs that?
It's I met
Queen Center Mall.
Quanksgiving.
It's not. So I met the organizer. They actually came out to BRONX CRANKSGIVing, supported. Cool energy. I believe they live in Brooklyn. I think they're from Westchester. But hold on. Let me finish.
They compromised in the middle of Queens.
No. Let me finish. They work in Queens. Hold on. Let me finish, Gabe. I hear you. But they did it because they recognized that there wasn't a Queens one, and they felt that why is Queens being left out?
Respect.
And they knew, as someone who worked in Queens, I think they're a librarian.
What part of Queens do they work?
I think they're a librarian. I didn't get that deep into it.
Okay.
So they was like, they recognize that there is a need for feeding community members in that time of year. So they organized it. So I was like, yo, you know what? Like, I can't get mad. Like,
shout out to that.
It came from a place.
I mean, if nobody else is doing it,
that's
right?
the thing. Nobody else took the initiative. Nobody from the borough took the initiative.
I didn't.
Can you get mad if someone who doesn't hold your borough down the way you do decides to do something?
I mean, if it's something positive for my borough, absolutely not.
You know,
absolutely not. No, so shout out to you.
And they don't seem like they don't want nobody else involved or anything like that. They seem very open minded.
Well, if you need help,
I told them about other people who do other stuff, and it's like, yo, link me up. You know, so yeah, if you wanna do Queens Cranksgiving with them, I'll connect you. So yeah, same Saturday, second Saturday of November.
With it.
We do bike rides all the time, whether it's part of the advocacy work or community shit. And sometimes I just post up and like, yo, I'm riding over here. Or like Gabe said, you could literally hit me up and be like, yo, I want to ride around and chill. And
best Bronx tour guide.
We'll figure out a date that works for both of us and we ride around and chill.
I actually want to do that just cause. Like, I want to go out to the Bronx and ride a little bit. Yeah. When it gets warm.
Yeah, absolutely.
We link up.
Yeah, let's do Louis. Let's do like
maybe that's how you could finally get him on the podcast. We do a remote.
I'll try to mobilize this somehow.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can.
We do a remote podcast.
I think that would be exciting as shit.
I got the battery pack. We'll do this shit.
And I got
I'm with that.
There's different organizations or restaurants that I fuck with who could probably let us set up shop. You know what I mean?
That sounds glorious.
I'm good in the hood, my man.
That's it.
I like that. My man said I'm good in the fucking hood. Yo, any shout outs before you get out of here?
Absolutely. First, to y'all, thank you. It's really humbling to be here.
Thank you.
I'm someone, like I said, I feel like I'm community adjacent. Like, a lot of folks don't know who I am or what I'm about, but I feel that I got enough love and respect from the people who've been putting in the work for many, many years.
There.
True.
Like everybody y'all have had on, I've known for years, and
they know you.
Yeah, whether they like me or not. Yeah,
you.
Absolutely. So, so shout out to y'all. This is a beautiful thing, and I'm all for anything that gets us to know each other and bring us together.
That ass.
My partner, she's a rock. She's amazing for me. Not only does she put up with all my crazy ideas, she's actually loves the hood as much as I love the hood.
That's dope.
She rides and supports it. So my son, who I probably wouldn't be alive or here if it wasn't for my son, and my mom's, and all the BX heads, everybody who puts on for the hood, that's my shit. If you love Uptown and you're taking care of Uptown, I don't give a shit about your political views. We could figure that out later, but we got to put on for our people and show that we don't need outsiders or government or anybody else taking care of us. We could do this ourselves.
Fire.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for coming on.
Man. This is beautiful.
Thank you for coming on, bro. Anything else you guys want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. You see this beautiful beanie, so you can get this merch at... You like that, right? You can get this merch at TGN_BK. Holla at us, drop our name, right? Cat6 Chismes gets you 25% off and a free pre-roll. So if you don't smoke, just pass that to me, bro. We'll smoke it here.
Yeah, somebody will smoke it.
And also, shout out to our coach. They got a race program called what's it called?
Carlos Tejada Racing.
Boom, drop the mic. So when you see us on the podium again, know that is our coach.
Person of color coach?
Oh, yeah. Dominican.
I love that.
Dominicano, papi.
Put me in shape, boy.
Shout out to the Dominicans out here too.
Not to run the podcast longer, but like, how is that in the cycling world? Because I know it's mostly white.
I
still a battle.
think it looks mostly white, but all the fast people I know are Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know,
Here
not the
or
answer.
in general?
here.
I think in New York. Yeah, if you go outside of New York, it's different.
Yeah, West Coast still has
Not a lot of
Legion,
Spanish
I
people in
believe.
Connecticut.
Down south,
People color team.
Yeah, you know.
Atlanta, yeah.
There's a couple hitters. and
Detroit, Velodrome.
He knows. So we'll see. I mean, you know, it still presents white, but I see categories, not skin color.
As someone who's been involved and aware since 2012, it's been massive changes.
Yeah, for sure.
All around, for sure. I remember when y'all was talking Red Hook. I remember that Red Hook. I took my son out there.
Fire.
And I got photos of Aisha racing and shit like that.
That's dope.
Hell yeah.
Self-camera phone. I'm not a photographer.
I've been the token
I'm not mad.
white guy, aside from Sean on the team too.
Yeah.
Just on all the Spanish teams, because I was Loco Track beforehand. All Mexican guys.
I used to fuck with Local Track
Heavy.
out in early days, but also in Puerto Rico. We rocked out hard for Fíjate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was out
Fíjate,
there.
they went out early. There's a couple of them. When it was like Mossy racing,
Yeah.
all those
I was
guys.
drunk on the beach with him. I got mad
That
photos
shit sound
and
mad
videos.
fun. Drunk on the beach.
I got a lot of footage from behind the scenes shit, from cell phones and digital cameras, like point and shoots, you know. So I've been
Yeah.
around the block.
And then,
Word.
When we get this on the Daily Show, you'll be our a good hour guest the whole time.
Facts.
yeah.
My bad.
No, please, we there. You know, like, comment, subscribe. You already know. Show us the love. Give us the feedback. I love fucking talking with y'all in the comments. That shit is amazing. Share. You already know.
And before we go, I just want to say, get yours. You feel me? Like, get yours. Like, get yours. Like, whatever it is, get it. Like, you wake up in the morning and you feel you want to do something, get that.
I think that's the slogan.
Get yours. Yeah. Love it first and then get it.
And mind your business.
Always mind your fucking business. Always mind your fucking business.
What business?
Always mind your fucking business.